Your style and your flavor make the city rock. They must say the season come out with a bang. Coach Minzy, best round here. Remember that.
What's up? What's up? What's up? Coach's Desk family, welcome to the show. Welcome to the show, my people. How is everybody doing? Big up to the persons on Facebook. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, appreciate it. Enough respect. All right, so like the stream, everybody. Let's put a thumbs up on the stream. Put a thumbs up on the stream. It's important that you do so. A lot of activities taking place on YouTube. So, yeah, we need everybody to like the video. Yeah, man. Trusting that everybody is doing well. Everybody is doing all right. Early birds in the building. Big up yourself, Josepher, and the erudite in the building. Welcome, one and all. Welcome. Yeah. You understand? Big up yourself. Big up yourself. Share the video, people. Share it so that a lot more persons can forward. Share the video. Share the stream. Yeah, man. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Yeah, man, people, just share the stream. Like the video, same speed as you come on. Like the video. Yeah, man. So as you can see on screen, you know, people, Paul All, you can call him former Reggae Boyz coach. Former Reggae Boyz coach. Listen, anytime any activity go on, and you notice when time it comes on to match time, a whole lot of things come about where the federation is concerned. They never cease to amaze. You understand? Never cease to amaze. You understand? And we are here to talk about what happened. To talk about. Listen, the coach is here, people. Mr. Hal Grimson is here. I can't tell you some of the things that. But anyway, the new coach is here. So I hear the president on the show. People, you know, big up for the support, you know. You know, I was on one of our local television station last evening doing some football analysis. You know, they invited myself and Manningsman from I Am Sure Sports to have a discussion about the team that was selected. And yeah, I soon put the video on Instagram, people, so you can see it. Soon put it on Instagram so you can see it. But big up to all the support that I've been getting over the years, you know, that would have allowed this to happen. So big up on yourself. You understand? Big up on yourself. What me say? Big up on yourself. So yeah, people want to talk about this situation with Sir All. Yeah, Brendan. We soon drop it on the Instagram. So you can see what go on. Matter of fact, let me try put up part of it now. So later on in the stream, I can just bring it up on screen. So yeah, man, waiting on some more folks to come on. CC, where say you want to join? Just tell me, CC, right now. Yeah, man, we have dropped the link from early. The phone line is open, people. Yeah, man, so many things we do. Because yeah, man, so we're on football GPS. Yeah. All right, so let's get right into it, people. Let's get right into it. The Paul scenario, Paul situation, and have a little talk about it. CC, let me know if you want to jump on, because we're going to drop the link. Phone line already open, ready to take your calls. But we know we're not going to wait for listen. So we can, All right. Let me check out some of the comments in the comment section. All right, so big up to Jason Ferran in the building. Already acknowledge him. We have Ian background boss coach a long time, check in, man. Yes, Ian's big up yourself, man. Rob Smith, big up yourself. What is Mr. Miami Beach? What? Yeah, man. We so really thought. By now, some people would have known. Toughy Rudy, big up yourself. JFF is a circus. That's Apostle James. Seem like anyone who comes in contact JFF have the same exact experience. Yup. Brain Drain say a former interim. Yep. Ninja Man needs to introduce Coach Emir Al Grimson, the dentist, introducing the original front teeth, gold teeth, front teeth, pan teeth, come to kick out, conquer of teeth. Doreen Brown, what's up, girl? Big up yourself. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, man. Big up yourself, Doreen. Appreciate it. Brain drain. Where you say my bus? Nah, man, me a plane, man. What kind of bus you talk about? Bus stay on road. Plane with it. The man reach mainstream. We soon have to pay to comment. They invited people who express themselves properly. CC, big up yourself. Eagle Republic, as funny as it is about Ninja Man introducing the coach, I think we all need to start referring to the man as coach. A dentist, may I call him. Bless up Triple E. Can you share more details, for example, TV, J, host, etc.? I will brain drain at that. I don't know. CC Sports Tab jump on and redeem yourself. What CC do? CC have to redeem himself. I went do. Brain drain, CVM. Brain drain, yeah man. Yeah man, coach live. Okay, me soon drop the link. Your boss for real. I will let bad mind know of this. JFF bold, you know. The man them hire 4 coaches and still not pay all. Bad man them. Fresh God, big up yourself. Capo in the building. 23.4. Yeah, man. Just hit that like button, people. Hit that subscribe button. We soon shut off non-subscription, you know. Paul, I'll break silence. Everybody be breaking silence these days. Yeah, man. Big up yourself. I chill it. Brain drain. People, just remember to subscribe to the other channel, you know. Yeah, man. So first drop the link in the comment section. Subscribe to it. Minzy, I heard that Paul Hall said that he was paid once since last year. Why is he upset? The JFF agreed to his annual salary. They just did say it how often he would be paid in each fiscal year. You know, easy, you know. CC talk a hour and madness the other day. A full hour. Really? Pound show? Theme show? It's so sad that Paul Hall received his first paycheck last week and less than 50% embarrassing. Wow. One dentist. Any man who not get call, I know why. Cause them up the dentist check up all no. Dentist I gotta pull some teeth. You know what I mean? All right, let me read this thing, people. Get it over with. Date 14th September 2022. Media statement. Paul Hall, interim head coach, Jamaica national team. With the news of the appointment of a Jamaican manager imminent, interim Jamaica national team head coach Paul Hall feels duty bound to give a statement to break his silence. And I think, hey, listen, Paul Hall is a media man, you know. The man studied media. So, a matter of fact, he studied journalism. Saying so he knew all about the media powers and all of these things. Hence, it says that he feels duty bound to give a statement. So the people will not have a bad look on what transpired with Paul Hall. So the boss are clear the ear, you know, with this open letter. The former Reggae Boyz World Cup 1998 player was appointed interim head coach last year after previously working as assistant coach. Hall, who is a coach with English EFL Championship side Queen's Park Rangers London, said, I have made this decision to speak out after a lot of the deliberation and with a heavy heart, as it has been my dream role since playing for Jamaica at the 1998 World Cup. I was proud and honored to be appointed interim head coach. Hold on, something chop off the scene. I'm going to read everything for you. Hold on there. Source. All right. I don't want to miss a line. I don't want to miss a word. So let me go in our box. All right. What I see him with look. All right. I am ambitious and set myself and those around me on and off the pitch the highest standards. That is the only way for any team to drive forward and achieve success as a whole group. This means the team being professionally organized on the pitch and behind the scenes, fully resourced with everyone pulling in the one direction. Without this, It is very difficult to be successful and achieve your goals. A successful organization must act with transparency, openness, objectivity, leadership, selflessness, integrity, accountability, and honesty. Hall tried to keep dialogue open throughout his term as coach, having opened the and frank conversations with the technical committee, President Michael Ricketts, and his team and backroom staff. Concerns came to a head prior to the Suriname game when Paul felt duty bound to make a stand. This is where it gets interesting now, people. Listen up, make sure you have your bush tea, your Milo, and your coffee, because this is where it gets interesting. I felt I had to resign as so many of my requests, such as the standard of the training pitch, additional kit for cold weather in Canada, and in particular, organization of transport, and were well below par. It is important. It is important. It is important. I think something there is missing. After qualifying for the Gold Cup and with the situation within the administration strained, I felt my position had become untenable. Listen, Paul, I remember the reporter asked you if the post is untenable and you got upset. Are you all right about this now, Paul? Come on, man. You see, Paul, it come back around, You dive on the report there, And you see? Oh, boy. Position has become untenable. Why is it untenable? What do you think? Who do you think you are? I was still being expected to be part of conference calls, team talks, and match day selections. And what? Match day selections. But my role, contract, and remuneration questions were being ignored. Wow. I have tried multiple times to make this work for the Federation, myself, and my family. Since I was a young man playing for Jamaica, my dream was to manage them to get to great success. However, I am a man of integrity, standards, and principle. I don't believe there are any current international managers who have played that number of games, created a long-term strategy plan, bought in new players without pay. Put on your seatbelt, people. Some remuneration was received on 8th September 2022, the first since last year. However, even this is still nowhere near the full amount. I have not taken this decision to speak out lightly, and I wish every success to the future manager, the players, and of course the 12th man on the pitch, or dedicated fans of the Reggae Boyz. I am an honorable man who is passionate about football and the country. I felt it was important for my voice to be heard. Bump come to story, our story come to bump. How it go? Do you think that is enough, people? Do you think that is enough? said by Paul Hall. Talk to me. Talk to me now, people. It's your time. It's your time to talk. Your time to talk, people. Take up the phone, call into the coach's desk. People, are your time for talking. I soon drop the link, CC. Wait, no, man. I want we don't rush me, CC. CC, don't ask me that. Well, and what you say? Hall Grimson. Hall Grimson. Hey. Hey, you see you, Jason. Well, and let me check where comments they started. Hall Grimson. Hey. All of JFF them and them wife I go have pretty teeth. Hey, Rob Smith, I want to you. When me go break my silence, then you fi break it actually. Mannings man done out CC last night. That's true. Paul Hall feels compelled. Soon every JFF man I go have braces. Watch. Lord my God. Wait say start over what brain drain? MP, big up yourself. Don't miss a letter, sir. Not a letter, more miss. But things that there are some things missing from the letter still, you know. Then can't trick me. Some things missing from the letter. Paul Hall now write this short thing. A peace site them give the people. I trick them trickery. Duty bound, dream heavy heart, honored, highest standards, etc., etc., etc. Sir City. Coach Hall Grimson. Spooky stuff. I don't see my name in the title, but I will forgive you. All right, Blake. Blake and all. Hey, listen. You know, so I should have put Blake in the title for you. TikTok say on behalf of the JFF, Paul Hall quit on the team due to minor differences. Big up TikTok. Him contract up so him can speak now. Remember, yep. Untenable. Yup. Rockford, big up yourself. Money now ask me that. Coach Jess, guess when they told Tapper and Hall there was no money, I guess it was just unicorn meat. Yeah, man. I know they won't fail to pay this white coach from Europe because Adidas money. There's not going to be a money problem now, no BM. No money problem. You see, man, them a big deal, man. And then a KFC me I talk about. Paul Hall dream was also to live in Miami and keep 2 jobs. No, Mr. Rudolph Speed say, once if it was Paul Hall too, if it were Paul Hall to get the job, then it would have been on a full-time basis. Mr. Speed did say that. Paul Hall was being loyal to an organization that is loyal to no one. Big up the erudites, them, you know. Behalf. Jamaica can't have any labor laws. Man, them just work people and don't pay them. Black Prince, big up yourself. Coach Paul Hall didn't know that his time will come. For some reason, I lack will to empathize with Mr. Hall, having sat under Mr. Whitmore and having knowledge of ineptness of the JFF. Interesting, Black Prince. See, I 7%. Whitmore must be smiling now. Whitmore in a smile Black Prince. What you talk about? Coach Whitmore no in a smiling thing. What is there to smile about? Coach Des, was there any Miami or QPR references? Paul Hall endorsed Blake's statement in a very professional manner. Yep. I wasn't on board with a part-time coach, but only a madman would leave his current job to work with for someone who went a year without paying them. Remember, Paul Hall said him resigning. I don't see JFF making these problems with the dentist, or it will be a toothless situation. I actually have lyrics. People criticize Whitmore for not speaking out while he was coach. It's obvious now that he is no different, while he hides behind words that considered more intellectual than that of Whitmore. When JFF say black men, them say boy. To be fair, Paul Hall shouldn't have expected better. Yep. Jamaican, big up yourself, you know. What go on? This man should have no complaints. Him never give in him resignation. Exactly. But him still want him money. Still want him money. All right. So people, you can call in, you know, the phone line is open. I'm going to drop the link and you will see I say. And anybody else who wish to come on. I've been talking for like 27 minutes now. You know. So long the letter may I read it, man. Or may I polish it up too much? All right, so I pin the link there. So you see like how I pin the link. You need to go on here, so. Need to turn off some stuff because this is a time when people of unscrupulous character or unsound mind jump on. You are live on the coach's desk. Welcome.
Good evening, Coach Minty.
Good evening.
Roderick, man.
Me know say you Roderick, man. You know say you're the general, man.
Coach, you know, I'm weak tonight.
Yeah.
It come like the puzzle as a patch up. Yo, you know, it's a 3 days straight. We get 3 different Netflix series.
Yeah.
One, you want to go on until the 29th, and more left out there, you know. A whole lot more series left, you know, Coach. Me I laugh myself.
Hey, well on, Roderick. Remember say no. What's her name? Sidela Marley says something that happened to the 24th, you know.
Okay.
You forgot about that?
Me I wait. Me not forgot about that, Coach. You may tell some many more series left with this Netflix JFS series.
Never ending.
Netflix, you know, never ending, brother. You gonna have complaints. More bad left out there. We're gonna chat to them. I don't know care. Enough of them not get no money. Enough of them not get no money. Them drop Flemo, make a Flemo complain saying not get money. Them job Blake to the foolishness and tired of it. You put first and a goal over the number one keeper in the MLS right now, which is our own man Jamaican. The man represent MLS from the first day I'm gonna tell you now. The only thing is, in the reaching an EPL, it's about time him reach over there, but him age kind of bump him over. But the man is the number one MLS keeper. So the man in the All-Star MLS, you think no Arnold Ball can get called for All-Star in the MLS? Come on, people, man. You see the youth tired of the foolishness. A pure foolishness I go on, Coach. Our football going to improve and have so much common law criminal, be-face, termite, on the board.
I saw you describe them. You have a tone down a little bit, Roger.
Yes, man. No, brother, them can't sue me, you know. Them cannot sue me. Me in our country is a freedom of speech. But talk anything we want. That is a law where I'm on. Native born, yes, Jamaican. But I wish part me live. Me this in the country where me live. Me free to talk anything. A foolishness that go on with brother. Over 30 odd years and a galang and a galang and a galang. Come on, coach. If not big investor and want to invest money, I'm free. Honest to God, I'm afraid. This Adidas thing not gonna last too long.
You said not last too long.
Not gonna last too long. No, sir. It's not gonna last too long. It's not gonna last too long. I feel Radam gonna go on, coach.
Radam.
Explain the Radam.
OMG.
Coach, we see it forwarding. I was seat forwarding, but there's too much thing. This man I work for a year. What okay? You might get paid within a year. Can you imagine one time the man did a second to tap how much money him that get? Him never get no money. One bar did I get free money? Tapa did I get free money? The Gen Sec did I get free money? Yeah, I'm telling you something. Sorry, kids. And your friend them and your clownies. Can be someone a suspect in a coach. Yeah, man.
Who you suspect now?
Yeah, man. Someone a suspect. Yo, them could have name. What them want to name? Them could have.
You see, you're not calling him.
We're not calling him, but them a suspect.
Okay.
Because everything will come out in the public. Him are the first to come give a speech and why this not happening and why that not. Nobody else not out to talk. Him talk for the president. Him talk for the technical director. Him talk for everybody. You never hear them man come and put public statement out there and say, boy, this is why the reason, this is why. Him is the one man to always come talk. Him a suspect. I work for fools just go on and use the carpet and cover up the dirt. Yeah, man, him said, no only power about there, you know. And crying and crying. See him come down, come talk. Him talk who get paid, but he never mention nothing about Paul no get money. Read that something, the coach. Too much criminal in the business, too much politics. You can't get out one. If you get out one, you have to get out the other. But yeah, who you are trying to get out can't be get out.
Well, Rajic, you have to be careful when you use them criminal word there, no, because right now people them not take key to them words there, no, because them man.
So coach, allow me to.
Well, I know. Man, them a try to stop some things, you know, some shades were through, and all of them things that they want to fight back. Because them no want them name attached to certain. Remember, say them a bigger no matter what you think it, you know, it's an international thing, you know. I remember people from all over the world watch this. So they must say if their name aligned to certain things, a bad reputation for them.
Then coach, when Sidara Marley said where she herself on the 24th, we're gonna see.
That me a wait for you, brother. Historical moment, you know.
Remember, Sidara Marley profession is marketing. She studied that. Her daddy's company, a Marley company for life. She is the head of her father's establishment. Everything runs through Sidara Marley. So her strategy is marketing. Close show, sales, concert, management. She know them something. So when you hear she talk and I say, yo, Jeff, if I don't feel like me at dunce, I'm not going to school for this. We're not trying using a head on somebody with quite double time, triple time the intelligence one have. She don't play a ball, but she understand the game. And she know what to do. All the reggae girls manage to go through them thing and come make a statement about if you don't feel like the JF don't do anything. Yeah, clown, brother. What wanna do? Wanna always in a money problem every month. I wanna get money from the gangster every month. I wanna say I wanna get none. So where the money I go? Then this I bring 4 more associates with him. Them man they have to get paid. Them have to get paid. You know, I pull no on top of stone for them man. When the biggest investor right now want to come on board and I'm gonna take them time because them don't want to iron out everything. When you still owe FIFA money for the allegation against the man, I mean, hear the man responsible why I bet him 100,000 yet. When you still have certain such man on list and still a give fee money monthly. When you have a gensec when you can't replace, him still a get fee money monthly. So when I try to tell the public, what I do, I have to keep underneath shades and I want to do on a private. You want a private man. On a private sectors and private issues, but on a private. You can't private and name Jamaica Federation Football Foundation or whatever you want to call yourself. You cannot be a private entity. Or everybody else get help from them government for run them program. Why Jamaica the only Jamaica Federation the only place in the world when I get help from the government for run them sports program. That don't make no sense. That don't make no sense. You represent a country, you represent a nation, you represent an island. Or is it not you not incorporated with the government? That don't make no sense. You know, if you have a tax write-off somewhere. So when you alone not have the tax write-off, what do? When you not show charity, when you collect money every day, do all them out there drive BMW and live up at Jackson top. Who not car dealership a go-go club? Who not go-go club of a plaza?
Are them thing that are going? You sure about them something there, Roderick?
Coach, you switch by me there. You switch by me there. People know people and know people and see people when people do them foolishness. One thing with we Jamaican is the news, we're lucky in. Because of the follow news. But some news don't tell to the public. Because you have people that pull up in other people places and think they don't know who they make. Every night, you know. When I met them foolishness sketching, brother. Only more things left. The Adidas thing there, yeah, it don't need free fall and rule. Why I think Messi have a pay because Messi signed to Adidas. Now pay Adidas product him wear. Adidas reach out to Messi and say, yo, do this. Because of our thing. Messi have to represent, just like our boat have to represent for Puma, Messi have to represent for Adidas. You know, them sportsman. Them are trying to help the country because the country broke on all the money. The money when them get for start the program from all along, it just disappeared in a teeny year. There was no official sponsor behind it. So the money they coming like, you know, you have a clappers and drop in the water, you like to go tush, you have tush money that. So everybody take it and do what they want to do with it. And then, oh, we don't have the money to do it. Oh, they don't have find money. Them few little matches they want to get invited to. That the money. Me and man say, boy, if them never do one, never do them do a Qatar and about them will get fined. But we don't find the resources quick to. So come on and no money. We don't all of a sudden the chest was open and us find money and get your coach. Some bag of foolishness are going out there, brother. One bag of foolishness. And we the people love the sport and support it the most. And we the material trash in our head. So we can spread false news. We're not spreading no false news. But tell the truth. TVJ now come telling the truth. Sports Max not telling the truth. TV and now telling the truth. On the bloggers are bring things to light with you underneath the darkness for the longest. If only never start attack people, you know, I go and quote some me have to clap every blogger out there. I do them things. Every last one I own them. Whether on agree or together or not together. But on a thing. Cause too much lie I tell coach, too much foolishness I go on. If me and my son know and I groom him say, yo, I like him play for him, I better take that off of my mind because he's not getting in no game. If you now feed JFF a bag of money to push for your picking up front, him now getting no normal get a you can't get about and say, boy, I'm on the country. Right now go happen. Too much politics, coach. We're tired. We're totally tired. I don't know about nobody. Me, fed up with it.
All right.
All I can do is watch and complain. Because there's nothing me can do as an individual. Because when I say so, it now go to the corporate people. Because corporate people don't care. We now put the people in a stance. If on a 7,000 or 5,000, we now invest in the national steel and put other things to it. But we now limit the people for going. That make no sense. Coach me, I listen and I laugh.
Yeah, man.
When up on the sideline.
All right, Roger.
Bless up. Comment section, big up.
All right, Roger, big up yourself. So, as you can see, people, Roderick expressing his views, and those views are solely those of Roderick. You understand? And Black Prince put up a post, which I think is pertinent. People, while we appreciate your choice to speak your mind, please exercise some restraint in your expression, in your callings. It's important we avoid any litigation against the show, which is Coach's Desk. And he further opined that while our contributions express their views, please verbally denounce, indicate that such utterance is not that of the Coach's Desk without proof. All right. So the views expressed are, Bobsy never tell Uno this already as them give JFF money. Yeah, man. Yeah, so we have to correct that, Rob Smith. The JFF do get a subvention from the government. So yes, the government assist. CC, what going? Welcome. I have to remember say the punish so.
See, comment I make him think, man, so they don't know. Rajika, hero team.
Hold on. Cranky, are you talking in the comment section or are you talking from the host and CC was not yet spoken? Because I have just read the letter and persons have commented. I was going through the comments and then Roderick called to make his voice be heard. So I don't understand the balance argument, Cranky. We have not really started to discuss the letter in length. So I'm not understanding. Yes, Cece, what say you? What are your thoughts on this open letter from Paul?
My thoughts on the open letter from Paul is
you sound so low, Cece.
I say my thoughts on the open letter from Paul. You hear me?
I hear about it low.
I don't know how to the mic. Maybe it needs to fix.
Yeah, go ahead though. People them might hear you loud and clear.
Yeah, I say my thoughts on the Paul situation is Paul letter is that Paul basically knew all the things that are saying in the letter are things that are not new. So you went into a situation not blindly with both eyes wide open. So is it that you expected a different scenario, a different outcome? Whatever the coach when you were assistant wasn't getting, you would have gotten. I can't understand. So based on everything that is being said in the letter, this view would have been something that the coach before would have expressed. Maybe he would have not expressed it so in so many words, but it's the same condition under which the next coach, the prior coach, was coaching under, of which you were the assistant. So why is it that you took the job or the opportunity to take the job with all of these concerns? You would have to say to them.
So he would have entered So CC would have entered with knowledge, right?
Yes.
Of the
They've entered with
situation.
knowledge of the situation. He would have entered with an intimate knowledge of the situation, coach. Because he's there, he's traveling with the team, him next to the coach. So he would have been there with an intimate, in an intimate, same of an intimate connection to the situation and everything. So I don't see the necessity for you to come out and say all of this now, because I cannot empathize with you in terms of that. I don't think he's looking for empathy. I just think he's probably posting his mind, and you have the opportunity now to speak what is on your mind, and you want persons to say, wait there, this, hold on. But say, man, I say, I assume, so the coach say Paula knew that this was the condition. So tell me something, coach. Who was the assistant of Tapa? Is it not the person who was the assistant became the coach? So did this problem not exist in the prior, under the prior regime?
Yeah, ask me that. That's a rhetorical question.
No, because it seemed to me like some people, it fly over some people's head. But as I'm staying, I'm thinking that this whole scenario is not something that is promising, in terms of he knew that this is a situation. He knew these things were going on. He couldn't, for him to say that he never knew these things were going on would mean that he would have not been privy to the travel arrangements. It seems as if
But
when the
let me ask a question, CC, because looking at the letter, Paul Hall indicated in that letter that he resigned,
Mm-hmm.
He indicated that he resigned. So, and unless this is not the full version of the letter, then I'm not understanding. Is it a case where he's exposing the federation? Because that exposure is nothing new. He said that he is compelled to speak. You know what I mean?
I'm still wondering. I'm still wondering why persons would say we're but I understand when you're saying is he compelled. Maybe he's saying that he's exposing the he's exposing the federation for what they are doing, right? So maybe that's what he's saying, that is exposing them for their ineptitude, which is fine. But I think a lot of persons are saying, for example, he would have not known the coach's financial situation. Maybe he not know the coach financial situation, but then again, if the coach not get paid, he might go know. He will know so the coach not get paid. You know what I tell you why? Coach, you see, anytime people are working at an organization, unless this don't happen, most of the time people work at an organization, they might not know the person, much the person get paid. But me and I the same department, coach, I say, coach, tell me something. You pay the, me I say, coach, tell me something. You pay the come to your account this month because I not see, me look and I not see. So unless people not live like that, most workplaces as people just ask someone say, oh, you get paid today, bro. And they must say, yeah, man, you pay run, man. And I say, oh, you know, see pay come on your thing and I pay day. So you go to boom ask payroll. And enough time you see them thing that more people pay bounce or things happen within the whole discrepancy. And them not go straight up payroll go ask same time. Then the person probably say something. Not saying a man I go say, oh, coach, how much you get? The man, yeah, people probably ask that, but not, separate and apart from that. So I'm thinking that you are the head coach not get paid. More than likely, the assistant coach knows that the head coach not get paid. So if a man want to bring up a salary argument, if the head coach not get paid and the assistant coach get paid, is it that the assistant coach was not a paying job? Is it that the assistant coach is not paid the same day as the head coach, or them not have the same pay agreement in terms of saying, coach, salary is done on the 25th. So all of the coaching staff supposed to get paid on the 25th. So if me know that Coach Minzy and you are my head coach, you are the head coach, and me are the assistant, and the 26 come, I say, Coach Minzy, they get paid. And Coach Minzy, I say, yo, no, man, I not see pay. I say, but you know what, I get pay, Coach. You see me? So then you know, Coach, I go raise it with the federation. But you not go. I raise it with the super, a person that deal with payroll. But you're not gonna go and raise it without, you see me? Some say most of the situation them, Paul would have known. And when I assume, more than likely can say that the quote that he was promised or person said, yo, the federation promised say, yo, them are gonna do this and do that. And they never lived up to the promises that they
There's
were
a
going to.
question for you, CC.
Question.
From Eagle Republic, the erudite.
No, watch out, Eagle Republic. I'm not saying he had financial issues. I'm not saying that. The man, I don't know about the man's financial situation, and I'm not saying he had financial issues. I'm talking about Eagle Republic. I'm saying that if people works together closely, more than likely because them probably have the same payday, they if a person get paid, people are gonna say, yo, bro, did you pay reach your bank yet? And I'm like a question there. And like I'm gonna ask you how much money you get. It's just that you're asking if pay reach your bank yet, you might not check it. Or you check and you not see no pay. But you know what pay they say you ask another person. So the man not gonna know the man financial situation. My man in that argument there. You get what I say?
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, there's a lot of things behind the coach. I think he's within his right if him to come put out a letter and stuff. But everything that he's saying is things that he saw before
Yes.
he took the opportunity. You
Yeah,
understand?
and the public possibly would have known some of these things already
Yeah.
based on how the
What I
federation
think
operates.
he could have said in the letter is that, yo, what he could have said in the letter, I think, is that um during negotiations or during conversation, or not saying upon having conversations and taking up the opportunity, which I would have loved to taken up from ever since playing for Jamaica. What I saw myself representing the country, not alone, not just only as a player, but as a future coach, and given the opportunity to take the reins, I could not turn down that opportunity. However, things that were promised are things that were supposed to be delivered, that weren't being lived up to in the past, still rear their ugly head. You understand, coach?
Mm-hmm.
Set it up that way there. So we can know, say, yo, you know, say you're going there, you know, say these are the things that happened in the past. However, your expectation for the future and during your tenure would have been different because you would have been given certain assurances. And then I can understand. But for you to just discuss and just saying all of these issues that are there, but you're not giving us anything to say. This was discussed with me, and I was given assurances that this would not be the way going forward. We will do things differently, or we acknowledge that things weren't done as professionally in the past, or we acknowledge that things weren't done um as timely or as efficient as possible in the past. However, this is what we are going to be doing in the future. You didn't give us anything like that. You gave us things that we knew already. Do you understand? You gave us things that we knew already. What we would have not known is if the federation gave you assurances and the way going forward. You understand what I say, coach? Those are
Mm-hmm.
those are the conversations we would not be privy to. The conversations, the things that we are privy to is the travel issues and those little things that because we're seeing it. You understand? So, like the letter to me is just something that you're trying to expose the federation for things that we already know that that's what they have done in the past and continue to do.
Yeah, and quite frankly, as Black Prince is alluding to, the JFF Paul Hall has not given us any new information in this open letter. I haven't seen any. You
Yeah, there's no.
understand?
Yeah,
So I don't know if this letter hit anywhere to anybody, but not for me. Not for me at all. I don't know about you, CC. What do you think?
You know, that's what I say. It don't eat anyway for me either. You get what I say? It doesn't do anything for me. It's just to me it just comes off as a bitter, disgruntled person who has not gotten an opportunity that he very much wanted. You get me? That's what it comes off to me. It doesn't come off to me like it is.
So it was pointless then.
What's the letter?
Yeah.
No, it wasn't pointless, because at the end of
But
the day, it is his
what tune
opinion.
did it play? What tune did it play? I see KY, big up yourself on the super chat. KY is saying, Coach, let us say a speed pick the team.
Question I'm ask.
Yeah. He's asking a question.
Him basically I say selection. Wait, in a letter me say something about selection committee and thing. When I been a tell him man them say there's selection committee. So I mean, to be honest, coach, it letter doesn't reinvigorate or give me any new found knowledge. If you say, all right, JFF, I don't understand why would you say what is man talk about contract typically confidential. Most are not allowed to discuss payroll issues with others. Information letter mean what serves as listen, payroll issue. If me in a one company, there's no company coach
But
I know of.
but nothing was said about anything in court. I don't think Paul Hall is gonna take it that far.
Oh no, sir, that
I didn't gather that. I
but
didn't gather that at all.
I'm gonna say, there's no something that people are not allowed to discuss payroll issues. It depends. But I understand. Normally, if it's an efficient company coach, them send an email. Say say pay supposed to run, and them know what them have issues with payroll. Them send you an email the day before, like say 25th. Then send you an email the day when the payroll run, and say pay will be later. They send it on the day and say pay will be late because of such and such issue. Nobody now operate in a vacuum. The thing say company are gonna expect say you know gonna ask coach means to say right? And them can't sue you for that. That is why people have to understand saying that you don't take a job on a contract staff. Some people are contract staff, that's why they can't do certain things. So they are not a permanent staff, so the people them can let them go at any point in time. But I talk about people who are permanent staff and stuff. But coach, I don't see the necessity for the letter. But I guess what? Are the man opinion.
His feeling and deserve to be heard.
Yeah.
Because he said that Paul Hall feels duty bound to give a statement.
I think he's probably saying that because he hasn't gotten the job, and a lot of persons probably assume why was he not given the job. So he felt it is.
But the letter did not say why. Well, it basically said that
basically he's saying
he was
that
ostracized because he spoke up. Or he challenged the JFF.
Two things about it too.
Ineptness.
I think he's saying that he basically is saying he doesn't, him personally, never like the arrangements in terms of the local issues, them and stuff. That's why him resign and everything that is surrounding around it. As well as they never entered into discussion with him because of the fact that he took a stance against certain things. So that is what I take from the letter as what he's saying. What he's trying to say is they never entertain my conversations because I stood on certain conditions, and I resigned and this and that. So that's what I took from it. However, it is what it is. It is move on. You understand? So I coach the next thing too. And there are a lot of persons up in arms about the whole situation, why the captain of the team is not in the team, right? And they're saying that it is as a result of the statement. And I'm trying to say to people, the recency bias, we can't go down the road because it is not just about one tweet that came out the other day. There's a lot of other conversations and interview that was given by players that come out a certain way and come off a certain way. I think number one, I'm gonna say this first, coach. I must say this. I think it is wrong for the team to be dropped before the coaching staff is dropped. Because then again, you are saying that the federation don't pick players, but apparently the technical committee led by the technical director and those people are involved in the selection of players or referral of players. And I'm saying that if you drop the coaching staff, coach, and then in the next week now you drop the squad, then nobody can to question you. Nobody can not to question you in terms of who pick the squad, because you would have seen that there's a coach and stuff. What you can say is that did the coach get enough time to actually select these players? But would I say, oh, watch a coach get a week, he get some tape, he watch some video, and him did you say, oh, all right, these are the players that can go out there and give I'm gonna look at them, because the first couple of games of the coach I get, he's going to look at the players if them can fit in them things. He must say, all right, these are the players I'm gonna need if we make an assessment in this game. Then you have different set of players coming in our next game. What I can't I won't say is that what I will say is this. When other players are dropped, remember, you know, this player don't play friendly game, you know. I'm a baller, you know, coach. I tell him I rate the baller as in terms of on the field quality and stuff. But this player doesn't play friendly matches. This is a friendly game. So there should be no outcry over this game. This is not a World Cup qualifier. This is not a Nations League game. And this is not even a nation, and this is not a Gold Cup. And this is not a Copa America that we're invited to. You understand what I say, coach? This is a friendly. This is a friendly. This is a friendly. So you don't play friendlies. We don't select you for this friendly. When people are coming out and say, oh, watch you know, I'm going to stick up with the coach, I stick up with the player because Ray and Ray will stand with the player. Why they don't stand with other players when they are dropped, coach? Why them don't stand with other players? You see Daniel Johnson, they just get back a call. And them man did get dash away. And you know, nobody not come out and say, oh, we stand with Daniel Johnson. You
no,
know
but CC, if you go down the road, there's still, you know, you might want to be sending a signal like you're picking sides, and it might be divisive.
That's why I said to you, say, I'm not picking a side, but what I'm saying is everybody to stand for everybody in terms of if a man take a stand, they're taking a stand for any national that plays for the team.
But CC, you know, so that not gonna be the case, because there are persons who don't or would prefer other people not to be in the team.
But Rob Simita asked what players are standing with the player. Remember, other players post and say other things, you know, boss. Notice the players that are missing.
Hold on, the CC, I get a call. Caller, welcome.
Yeah, man. Good night, sir.
CC, I hear the caller.
Yeah, man, may I hear him?
Yeah, man.
Hold on there. People in the comment section are hearing.
Anonymous calling.
Leader, what go on?
I try to tell people say it's anonymous, man, and they have bust it.
Oh, then them are here, man. Everybody know your voice, leader. You can't hide, you know.
Anyway, yeah, man. Boy, I just started listening to a little bit of your thing. And I just have a little quick comment. I didn't hear the whole thing from the start.
You know, have no clarification to make, though.
And what clarification or what? The only thing that is basically come out like with the Paul Hall letter. You know what is clear there, right? Because I remember even hear Mr. Speed make a statement, and let me tell you something. Mr. Speed and Andre Blake are two very crafty and smart gentlemen. That's all I can say. They know how to write their statements and they know how to answer the statements. Because for me, I didn't even realize until I really looked at the statement that Blake made that at one stage, I don't know if.
Hold on. Leader. Hold on. Leader, reconnect people.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. You lose you for a minute there.
Yeah, hello?
Yeah, man, we are here now.
Yeah, I said Blake heard the deal that everybody said that, you know, hold on, Blake is saying that Mr. Speed picked the team. Technically, he never did. He just worded it in a way that insinuated it so well.
Already reporter
I'm
worded
not a legal mind.
Already reporter worded.
No, I'm not sure. I don't know because I noticed where the newspaper also put into part of it and made a clarification. So I don't know. So that is another part of the thing.
Oh,
so
they retract the things?
They added to the statement. They did add to the statement to make a clarification on what the role of like Mr. Speed and the technical committee. They made a note. They made it in bold type and explaining what exactly technical committee does and that they don't have anything to do with selection of players. Okay. They did put that out.
Well, that is not subsequent article.
It was done today.
Okay, so it's not Mr. Speed picked the team, people, but we need to know who picked the team.
Oh well,
who picked the team?
Well, hold on. You mean that story don't bust on your show yet?
Bust it then, man.
Okay, I can tell you. Yeah, man. Let me help you out with that, now, man. Okay. I think I busted this morning another show. Okay, let me tell you who was in that room when the selection for the players, because you know that 45 players were notified weeks ago that you are part of the pool, which was like players that are not in there. Some other prominent names, like a very prominent name too. The center half, but he's also injured right now. Ethan Pinnock. He's one of them that was notified, right? Blake was also notified. So these guys were in the 45. However, in the meeting on the day, I can tell you all of it. Let's go into the meeting here now. Sitting at the desk inside there, right? Well, let's talk who was present. I won't say who was actually sitting in there because you have somebody that wasn't actually sitting in there, but he was there. Inside there was Meron Garden, the selection committee meeting. And this is where a lot of people have a little mix up with certain things. The technical director who actually picks players, he was in there. You know who the technical director of the JFF is, correct?
Wendell Dozwell.
Right. So a lot of times, Mr. Speed, because he's so vocal and opens his mouth so much all the while, everybody keeps not understanding how far his power goes. He doesn't have a vote. And basically, he's almost the face of JFF right now because he answers more questions than anybody else. He's only, Captain Burrell was that type of president. But this president is too flipping quiet, in my opinion. You understand? But anyway, let's get back to us in the room. So we reached Coach Downsell, right? Okay, the technical director. The head of the technical committee was there observing. He didn't participate. He was observing. He was there though.
Hold on, the leader. Hold on. Don't move a muscle. Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
So I'm gone to 3 people, right?
So Meron Gordon, TD, HTC. Go on.
And also, the dentist was there. If any was in my writings, you know who I call the dentist by now, do you?
Of course we know who a dentist. But let me ask you, where was the dentist? The dentist, well, I know the dentist was via Virtual session or directly?
Virtual, right.
So why was he the virtual when him there Jamaica?
Anyway.
No, anyway, I mean, no, hey,
asking,
leader, the man there Jamaica, you know.
Hold on, no.
The man there Jamaica. You want me
Jamaica? Hold on.
Pull up picture and make you know say man there? Don't play with me, no leader.
I know he's here.
Oh.
No, hold on. He is here now. But when did he arrive? He wasn't here when the actual selection was going on. He wasn't here. He wasn't here physically.
People said the man not there. The man there.
The man is here. The man arrived in the country today.
All right. So he was there. So let me ask you this. I like when people like you come with this information. You know? Rudolph Speed, Meron Gordon, the dentist, and the TD. They are the ones that pick the team.
Rudolph Speed didn't participate in the selection.
So
he actually didn't.
Me not agree with that, you know. Listen, hear me now. And me not gonna say Mr. Speed picked the team directly. But once he was in the room, he had an hand in selecting the team. Why wouldn't he just go in a room if I'm a head eye committee? And Mr. Speed, if you are listen, me just tell you, using deductive methods. Saying you cannot be in the room and involved in a no conversation. Me not believe that. If he was the lead person in the room, I can understand that.
I agree with that, coach.
I'm a part of the selection. Don't play with me.
I agree with that too.
Don't tell me no foolishness, because if police come on a corner and catch 4 of them now gonna say, Mr. Speed, you weren't saying anything. So you are free to go. No, police are bringing everybody, and then them do due diligence. Don't tell me that. Yes, sir, leader.
Yeah, man, I'm whipping heels at St. Andrew, so yeah, man, I'm whipping heels at St. Andrew right now, so
all right,
you know.
Anyway, tell you say you live on Jackson. Leader, hear me. Leader, I'm why you hear me and you hear me good. I'm why you answer truthfully. Do you believe that all the 4 men, watch, I'm a reconnect again. Hey, leader, you need to go call the phone directly now, because right now,
to me, it's leader sound like him come off as if.
I want to say, Dre and CC.
Yeah, leader to me sounds as if he's coming off on a point of view where I don't know the relationship we have with anyone, right? However, based on it to me, a lot of times when him come and him say, oh, listen here, let me correct this. I need to bust this. He's coming off on a point of view where I try to protect or curtail the conversation into
a particular way.
In a particular way.
That's why I ask when he call if that him go do, if he might correct anything, because I pick up the rake for a long time.
Yeah, because remember normally him say is when him hear a certain thing on the show, he has to come call in to correct. Remember
listen to me. I know back where I walk to school, you know. Don't play with me.
I feel emo, you know. But you see, me I look at and say, yo, when you are calling anybody in our room, when certain things are happening, involved in it.
And CC, based off what Andre Blake said, go ask Mr. Speed and the committee member them. He wasn't saying that Mr. Speed solely picked the team, you know. He must say basically everybody. So remember, say Andre Blake as the captain would have known so the procedure go.
He would have known these things.
He would have known these things.
He would have known.
Not gonna just get up and call a man name for implicate that person if that person is not involved. Knowledge about this.
I don't know the legal ramifications. So You know, so we need to call Mr. Speed though. Because if that is the case, when the technical committee meet, Mr. Speed always the observer, my glean. I don't know our style. Because him not have nothing to do. MPEC, you're saying it's assumption. Listen to me. I put it to you, MPEC, that if Mr. Speed is in the room and he doesn't contribute to the selection of the team, he will still be seen as a contributor to the selection of the team, even if he was in there to observe. And the team must select at that point in time. So you're going to tell me so the coach not select the team because he connected virtually? Well,
so with all them,
if Mr. Maxwell has spread propaganda, well, I don't know what I want, because it thing not sound right. You can't tell me say 4 man in a room, 1 virtually, and 1 was in there to observe. Now tell me them foolishness there, because my intellect are gonna tell me otherwise if you dig a little deeper. If you try to find out why was this person there then.
All right, coach, you tell me with all them brains there and them knowledgeable head of federation and selection committee, technical director, the new head coach, the assistant coach, and Mr. Speed in the one room. You tell me, so when them go over this selection of the squad, them never do them research and proper research and realize that some of those players are actually on injury reserve list for them club.
Well, probably that's why Mr. Speed never said nothing. Because he probably know and never tell them because he don't want to be a part of his selection. I mean, I'll be sarcastic, you know. Me like, you see how me stay, Dre? You see, if you, listen, you see, if you in at the meeting with them and select the team, Dre, we are going to say you're part of his selection.
Yep. Understand.
You
which
understand?
Is right.
If 6 man sit down on the corner, seeing, and police pass through and dig up, and 1 man them find a shoe span, everybody will get take away now. Until they can prove, say. Otherwise, you know. So, me no understand. Me no understand one bit.
You know, actually, the thing about it.
So, what MPEC are saying now? MPEC, what proof do you have, MPEC? Since you are saying we not prove, what facts do you have to say that these players are placeholders? Mathematics, where do you know?
So hold on there. Why would we select placeholders in the team and put them name in there and we have a reserve list? So why not just elevate them players that from the reserve and these players
somebody else in the reserve?
Exactly. If these players are injured, right or broken shoulder, then the next one return date is November, and the next one just get injured before the squad get announced, him actually get injured. And coach say he's gonna be missing a couple games. Hasn't played in the last 2 games for Team MLS club. So with all these news coming forth, why these players were actually in the 23? Is there a motive behind it that these reserve players will be promoted, including Dylan Barnes too, because he is injured and with carrying a knock and is without a club. Not sure if yesterday or today I'm signed a club since, but from my understanding, up to yesterday, he was without a club. So with 4 players right there, so and you tell me, say, there has to be a motive for the reserve players to be promoted. Why name a listed reserve squad without them expecting to be promoted? Coach, me can't see comment section, so.
Okay. So
That
Jeremy,
you are 50.
big up on that super chat, Jeremy. He's saying what is happening. Nana, all Damian low. You know, look like something to him too.
Yeah, him may attack when we say MLS hasn't played in the last 2 games, and the coach came out before the squad was announced and said he will be missing a couple games. So even if him come back next week, the match is the following week. So I tell him, I say, he might just walk out of the medical table, walk off of the medical table and go international break, go play against the number 3 ranked team in the world.
But I don't know, yeah, man. Me can't bother with that stuff now. Too much information and withholding information. And
what was it that leader said about Pinnock? Because Pinnock return date is actually to start practice this week, you know.
No, leader I say Pinnock in the 45 pool. The man then said they nah put no man in no pool, you know. And based on what leader say on. So we don't believe what leader say right now. Leader, sorry, but we can't believe you. We have to get the true information from Mr. Speed. I don't believe what you say, leader. And why I say that, leader? Because we know when we link up Mr. Speed, you got hear say we say. Me want to ask him myself.
Another thing, Coach, another thing. There's designated dates by FIFA separate from the countries arranging friendly international. FIFA have designated dates where FIFA recognized friendly international affect your rankings and the standings, right? And these players that represent these countries during this time has to be a citizen of that country. So with that said, does Latiba there have a passport, a Jamaican passport since the Catalonia game?
Yeah, man, he must have.
Does JFF even know this or care? Or understand that because it won't be recognized now. Argentina, coach, you're muted. Are you on the phone with somebody else? He must step on the phone with somebody else, right? Right, CC?
Yeah, man, he must on the phone, man.
All right, CC, but you understand what I said though, because countries can't organize like the Austria. That's not FIFA, a FIFA window, a FIFA date. So that don't affect the FIFA standings or the Coca-Cola, the rankings. I'm not sure if Coca-Cola is still sponsored, but the FIFA rankings. Same with Uruguay. You remember the friendly with Uruguay, why they have to cancel it? Because Uruguay want to recognize the friendly towards them FIFA rankings because that was a FIFA window, and Jamaica wanted to send a corridor team, a pickup team, just go play them. So
yeah, you can't do that. You can't send pickup team in a something there. FIFA organized window, FIFA recognized window.
Because that's how you get capped to in a CC with international, although it's a friendly.
People don't know. Watch out. Enough people don't know. Okay, you have man that said them play 100. Them have 100 cap. They have 100 cap. They play 100 game for Jamaica. Dre, you understand what I mean? Like,
yeah, there's different games and then there's caps.
No, yeah. Pele play more than 100 games for Brazil, but Pele have 100 cap. You understand what I say? Pele have 92 cap for Brazil and 77 goal. Because only 92 FIFA recognized games Pele played for Brazil. Every other game was some game that is not recognized. You understand?
So, I don't think the JFF even know this or understand this because players that on the fringe right now, like Omar Hutchinson, for instance, if Chelsea was to let him go, This would be a good opportunity to give him first cap, you know. Because remember said because of him age, him need 3 caps forget we call it for be cap tied to us. Not just one international cap gonna cap time because him under 21. So it go right, CC. Once you're under 21, you can't be international cap tied unless you play 3 FIFA international games for the country.
Yeah, FIFA recognized games for the
Yeah.
country. So you have to play 3 of those games.
Yeah, even though him play Catalonia, that not count as one. Not even if he did play.
Him not have a cap. That's coming like you're not playing a game.
Yeah, not even if he did play what the tournament gone Austria. That's still not. That's just international game for the country, but that's not a cap.
It's not a cap. It's not a cap.
All right. Sorry about that, people. Me the power heated discussion a while ago with Mr. Speed, but he never want to come on here. You see me, I say, so we have to respect that. The man say him no pick no team, and that's why Observer had to retract. So Mr. Speed people did not pick any team. Our leader said is like him in the meeting, and it pushed me to say, even if him in the meeting and not say nothing, that cannot be right. The man saying set up the Zoom and cut.
Oh.
You understand?
Him organize the meeting. So him was in the meeting.
Him the most technology savvy person. So him set up.
Yeah.
Organize. Not who say technology savvy. Him organize the meeting.
Okay, pretty much.
So we want to clarify that, leader. That the man me I talked upon the phone. That's how I don't see me gesticulate and all of these things.
So him did say, coach, him did say 3 of them in the meeting. Once him leave, 3 of them him leave in the meeting.
Who?
Mr. Speed, him say him leave. So was head coach in the new head coach also in the meeting?
Yeah. Meran and the technical director.
But more know why people surprised say Wendell Donzel pick a team. Are involved in picking the team. Because remember I don't see nothing wrong with that.
No, I'm supposed to be, yeah.
Three people in the head coach and then people if it did it. Meran Garden is the assistant, or form part of the coaching staff. The coach is there.
Yeah,
and
fresh, technical director. Respect.
And the technical director. So I don't see what, because people should have known say Wendell Donzel involved in a selection. You know why? When the under-20 coach never available, when him there overseas a coach him club side, I will coach the under-20 team and I oversee the training and everything. The technical director, and people fail to realize that the role has been switched up, because when Rene Simoes was in Jamaica, he was the technical director. You understand me as coach? They split the role up now. Before the role wasn't split up, Rene Simoes, I think, was technical director, and I think Bora Milutinovic, if I'm not mistaken, was also technical director before they split out the role. So the technical director was typically the head coach of the team. It's just like how you have in a system right now. For example, Chelsea doesn't have a manager, but we have a head coach. Thomas Tuchel was the manager, but now them employ a new manager. Them not give him managerial role. Them give him a head coach role. So probably in the future, them probably promote him to the manager. So it's just the same now where Wendell Donzel was promoted to technical director, and they split out the role of the head coach. So instead of the head coach being the technical director, they have a head coach and a technical director, which forms probably the coaching staff or the coaching oversight committee. You have the head coach, the assistant coach, goalkeeper coach, and them people. Are the head coach, the assistant coach, and the technical director are the senior, are the head of the coaching delegation in terms of them form the selection committee. Which the technical director, to me, the technical director's responsibility in that meeting would be to say, all right, these are the players we are looking at. These are you say, coach, I say, these are the players that I want. And the technical director say, all right, out of these players that you gave me, these are the players that we have contacted and have replied, and you say, all right, then out of these players, these are the players that I'm picking. I don't think even so, you understand where I come from, coach?
Yeah, me hear answer.
The head coach come and say, yo.
Aiden, the dentist is here. Me tell us I see the man. You know why me tell you all of that?
What am I saying?
see dentist.
Yeah, man, we see the man. We see dentist live.
CC is one of them who saw the dentist. The dentist is here. You don't play with it. Well, continue, CC.
Yeah, but what me I say is, coach, I am saying that the technical director, basically the coach, may I can say, the coach would have said.
And what on the CC? Yes, people, Kevin Stewart has a broken leg. He will not be back until November.
See it there.
So he won't be playing.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, man. So I'm saying that I don't see nothing wrong with them, those persons involved in the selection of the team. Because when people talk about, when it come down to it, people make it look like the head coach makes the final decision and the starting 11 or the match day squad. That is what I think the head coach would have make. The sole decision is up to the head coach for the match day squad and the starting 11 and substitution and everything there. However, the procurement of players to represent the national team, I don't think it is solely on the head coach. Because
CC, this is what I disagree with you with that still. The rest of them is not the head coach. Rest of them, when I say rest of them, I mean like the technical director and the assistant coach. Them not the ones that gonna line up the players them on the field to play a particular playing style and tactically, So the coach should be selecting his players in that squad, not just match there, but in the squad for each position, just in case his favorite or his number one at that position may pick up a knock. The next player up is just as capable and with strong enough background that say yes, he's capable of filling in for that spot. So I believe that he should be selecting the entire squad, but with help and assistance from the technical director and the assistant. Now, for players that he's not familiar with, that's where the assistant head coach would come into play. Because him being new to the country and new to the team, as in maybe just start watching the team within the last 2 months. The last set of friendlies were in June, not friendly, but FIFA games was in June or something like that, right? The Nations League.
Yes.
But that was the last set of games. So if he was to watch and watch some tapes and see the players from then and maybe the previous window also, then it would be like months that he would be knowledgeable about these players. Now he would not be knowledgeable about Bobby Reid and Daniel Johnson. So once he hear that these players are eligible for Jamaica, then yes, he can select them in the squad. But Kevin Stewart, how would and why would somebody select him in a team? Wasn't there proper research done on these players, especially not seeing the player play all season? Shouldn't you take up your computer or laptop, go on the team website and do the proper research to see why this player is out?
And the next thing to that, Dre, next thing, addition to that is, could it be a case where when you would have selected the players that you'd want to work with, you make a link up to the players before the squad is announced?
The final squad is announced, exactly.
Right, so that you don't have anything like this happening. So you link up Kevin and Kevin say, oh, coach, I'd love to come. However, I have a broken leg, will be out for a few weeks. So so you can't go put him on the list because he will not be available.
And you go down the line.
But as MPEC is saying, these players are fillers, and it is not a good look.
No, you can't put that name and then you put out in the public and name that player in your squad.
But
That make no sense.
MPEC is saying, Coach, please tell Dre that they knew about the injuries. So if you know say a man injured, you go pick him just for feeling's sake. Something spooky are going on.
Then might as well go ahead and name Malik Howell at the center midfield then. And what's the name? Fabian McCarthy then. Why not just name other players? Latiba there, broken shoulder, out. Name who have they been using? Shamari Dyer and what's the name? Simpson. Name players, not just put in some IR list, man. Hey, professional sports would never do something like that. Never ever. You would see a team listed.
But
with players.
MPEC, you have to give me proof on that, you know, because we don't want utter nothing when I go so, you know. You understand? We don't want utter anything that no go so.
If a player is in the injury reserve, coach, you can't list him in your squad. Would you do something like that?
That is absolutely nonsense. Or if you name a player that you supposedly know that is injured. Eh? That don't make no sense, man. Something spooky.
You can fool the people sometime, but you can't fool the people all the time. Coach, we grown up, we knowledgeable, we have computer, we have cell phone, we watch football, we know about these things.
Yo, where something they say. Where Sidela said 24th Dre. You cannot name players and then take them out. So now that I will go on with them 1 year.
Who's saying that?
MPEC.
But why would you name them if they're not going to be back by November? And broken shoulder. How you going to recover from a broken shoulder and play a game in 2 weeks? Like I said, coach, I rather them just name the players that are healthy. Let us be disappointed in the list and don't feed the crowd, the crowd that's not knowledgeable, because everybody who's covering this, we do our researches and stuff, and we watch football and know football. And when we see names come about, we say, wait a minute, when the last time this player played? We haven't seen him play in a while, and we go look it up for ourselves and do the research. You can't just throw some names out there. Oh, we gotta and see if it stick against the wall. You just throw some names. Might as well throw Hector out there too, and throw Anthony Grant out there, and throw other players who play the positions there, than injured players who won't have no way of playing in this game.
Right now, Mount Pleasant signed 3 Dumby players. The man never get topper. Oh, Michael Sadler asks you who pick Harborview team.
Yeah, this guy.
Hey,
Ludlow Bernard pick Harborview team. Ludlow Bernard.
Rockford.
Clyde Giordini don't pick the team, and Carvel Stewart don't pick the team. Ludlow Bernard pick the team. Any players I recommend or talk to, I send it off to the GM. The GM contact the player and see if the player is signed to any club. If the player is not signed to a club, then the player is a free agent, and the GM has to talk to Ludlow Bernard.
So
GM not push the player upon it.
How we can get them information for say when I play a transfer and them thing in a local league?
Get them in
Who can get them?
I give some name. A 6 man, me say Mount Pleasant sign, you know. Hey man, them a build one all-star team for Coach Whitmore, you know.
But Tapa,
right,
get success.
But coach,
get
when
some
they wanna sign? When they wanna sign?
Huh?
When them sign them?
Me don't know, but them are alert. Them are say new signing alert.
The window.
The window closed. Not today in the CC. It's been going on throughout the last
Probably
season.
sign them.
What I'm
Probably
saying
sign
is,
them and then reveal them.
Yeah, what me I said, Dre, is that the day when the man sign the dotted line, we need to see the day when the man sign and the on the page instant.
No, them man they now do them something there, brother.
Then that's a problem. I'm gonna show you something, coach. We're gonna say something. I'm gonna want to digress and go into other things.
No, before you say that, Rockford, you see how me stay? You see if me call you and ask you a question and you tell me a lie. That depends on you, you know. I no trick you, I trick me, you know. So me know why you get it twisted, you know. If me call Dre and Dre, me say Dre, are that go on and Dre say yes. Or Dre say no. I go believe what you said. Same treatment right across the board. Now, if you think you trick me, you make a sad mistake because the truth always find a little loophole for come out. So nobody now trick me Rockford.
All right, yeah.
Me believe your word, what you say. And that no means I'm gullible.
CZ, not switch it too far off of the topic. Going to JPL transfer and things.
You know you digress to this.
No. Me not switch it too far. I'm keeping it at the same thing. Just like I'm saying that the coaching staff never dropped before the squad. And there was secrecy behind it. I may say, that is just Jamaican football overall. Jamaican football is shrouded in mystery and secrecy. And if you're a part of the secret society, or you know somebody that is a part of it, then the information is, you're privy to the information. And that is why the whole following of the sport is not taken up on a certain level. Because they can't follow in on no ball. Like for Chelsea, we can follow Chelsea vehemently because I am intimate with things that is going on with Chelsea because of the information that is privy to me firsthand. So I'm just saying that I say this to say the whole Jamaican football structure need to change up. Even with the whole situation that is going on, Paul Hall putting out this letter. The Andre Blake making a statement. Sidel and Marley is like this is just something that I don't say these things don't happen, but these are things that can be avoided if all of the whole secrecy. First of all, the whole notion about who picks the team should have been cleared up a long time. So we shouldn't even bother reach to a point where we have to guess and a spell who pick a team. Them things have to clear up and done. The event of why certain players were dropped. Them answer them question if you get. That's why I'm saying, it should be coaching staff, then squad, then press conference. That is the sequence in which the team for drop. Coaching staff, squad, press conference. When the press conference come, a man come and ask, why was this player? Why was Andre Blake left out of this current squad? And you know, go around and try, ask the question directly at the press conference.
Hey, CC, press conference. Hey, coach, press conference supposed to be Friday, right?
That me here.
All right. Watch what go on Friday with a press conference there.
What if me I get invitation?
Let's wait, man. Watch and see what go on with a press conference that Friday. It's gonna be one of the most scrutinized and managed press conference ever seen in Jamaica.
But as me say, we have to go so boom. We have to. But me I say, Jay, the things that I'm bringing up, we have to address them things. Otherwise, the stadium will always be empty. You understand? The stadium will go empty at all times if certain issue don't fix surrounding Jamaica football. And the whole situation with the press conference, may I say the question about Blake being dropped must be asked at the press conference. And if the coach can't answer the question, the next person will go ask a question. You see why I'm telling man, this is why you cannot craft. To me, you can craft questions that you want to ask. However, if Coach Minzy ask a question and say, why was Andre Blake dropped? And after Coach Minzy asked the question, they then give him a follow-up question. You see, when me go to ask my question, instead of asking what I specifically wanted to ask, me I pose a follow-up question on the back of what Coach Minzy just asked, because there wasn't a clear information given.
See, me I gotta tell you right now the answer to that question there. The coach was given 45 players to choose from, and Blake was not selected among the final 23 players. Next question, please. So,
so when him say that, hold on. When who's answer that? I the coach may ask that, you know.
Coach and know them player them, man, not to select the captain.
What you ask to me?
Coach now know nothing to select the captain. You know, so the coach now go answer that, man. Somebody go and slide the mic over to them.
First of all, this is how the question should be asked. Andre Blake, which is a top 3 goalkeeper in the North America North Central Caribbean CONCACAF region, include in the CONCACAF region, is a top 3 goalkeeper, right? And he was not selected to be a part of this squad. Why was that so?
The coach wanted to look at other players after seeing and know what Andre Blake brings to the table.
Ask Ball Eagle and his friend them.
Me are the coach, you know. Me are the question. Me are the answer.
Oh yeah, you are the coach, Jay. I mean, ask you that. What you gonna tell me, say?
Then prep him already, you know, because that question gonna be the first question asked CC. And so then the next person that said, was his non-selection based on recent comments that he made against the JFF? That are the question you have to ask.
But I don't want to ask that. More somebody else to ask that. Me ask this one, me I tell us first, and then somebody else ask. But knowing a lot of the persons, they're some people go the press conference with them own question, which is okay. You have to ask your own question. But I think a press conference is when, to me, the most information I can get out of a press conference is when time a journalist or reporter or vlogger piggybacks onto questions that are not answered and craft their question of those questions. Because at the end of the day, you know, you can come with scripted questions, you know.
Yeah.
But you don't get to ask the scripted question because you have to say, oh, they are leaving loopholes into certain questions when some people ask certain questions, them not answering explicitly. So you go to boom and pressure them and probe them. So you see, you must finish the press conference on a level where if them not answer certain questions, it comes out in the media and I say, yo, watch it. These are the questions, and they were probed on these questions and issues, and nobody was answering it. So everybody they on one card, but guess what? Someone they on one upmanship because they go ask for them question because oh yeah man, that question I want to know. But it just makes the whole situation like it just doesn't bode well for the situation because you have to come out to a press conference with more questions than answers because you have to probe it. If you don't probe it, I'm gonna tell you when you know say yo, you're asking the right questions. When them say to you say, well, you know the time is limited. Anytime you hear them utter, the time is limited, and we are only taking 2 questions from any more individual. And that's say you know say all right, we are right question them we ask. Pressure, bust pipe, and I'm gonna run out of the press conference quick and fast. So some people now go and ask them questions the Jay, because those questions are gonna make the people want to run out. But me don't want to sit down now no press conference with nobody too long. We just want answers to certain questions.
Hey,
so whether you want to stay in there too long or not stay in there long, I don't care.
Brain Drain said as a coach, he would have dropped Blake. As a fan, he would have keep him. But hey, things have gotten interesting, you know, people. Look like this is becoming a saga. People as a Netflix series. I happen to book up in a post Andre Blake, and the man now relent. You understand? The man have a picture, people, with him son, presumably, and 2 other persons. And it caption with strength from the Lord, I will continue to fight for what I believe in. Even if I have to fight alone, I will. Together we are stronger. Step up or get up. I said what I mean, and I mean what I said. MPEC, what you say about that post, MPEC? The man now means the word. So invariably, he's saying, yo, me now apologize for me sec, I mean it. You know hear what me say? Me I stand up for me believing.
Pretty much that's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying.
Alone. So Andre Blake basically a hit back at all the things that have been said about him after he made that comment, after being dropped from the team. You understand? So it look like that battle are going to continue, people. Like 24th, me I wait for, you know. Listen, some things are going to reveal, you know, people. Look out.
What's this date concerning the 24th that the boss lady talked about?
Listen, them say your granny used to tell her, Dre, I know everything good to talk, you know. Certain information you have to withhold. But it look like it a burst the 24th. Rob Smith has said, you know, say 20 years from now, we are going to look back at Blake as the man that changed Jamaica football. All change agents were called madmen. Yeah, MPEC me a year, so the pipe soon bust. Wanna stay there? The pipe soon bust because like what? Hey, you see, dig up road them when they bought the place because pipe bust, you know. Me I hear Dre and CC and the viewers and subscribers, the pipe I got bust.
Irrespective of
see the la say, and don't hear, don't see the post. See the la say with them stand with Blake. 24th of the 9th. Watch it. We take a stand. Brain James
nobody never
ended badly. Huh?
Oh, nobody never stand. You see, boy, I don't know. I don't know what to say with respect to the whole situation.
If the man I make that comment, the Virgin, that means that he know where I come with it, you know. Worse, he have Sidel up on him side, you know, brother. Listen, Blake doesn't have to play back for the Reggae Boyz, you know. But he can still be a voice for the Reggae Boyz. Because the man know where I go on inside out.
As far as I see it, coach, is that the man must say, oh, let me tell you, coach, I don't agree with this administration being in power. I don't agree with them, you see me? But tell me what player was boycotting with Blake. Rob Smith, boy, I can't answer that question. But what I say to you is, coach, I don't agree with the administration in power, right? However, sometimes some things bigger. The level upon player and in terms of basically, you say, yo, when you come out and say, if the coach, you change the coach, yes, but with the same administration, I get the same result. To be honest, that is a nothing statement still, you know. Not another statement if you say, oh, Ray and Tay. But at the end of the day, you as a player and the level of player which you are, which first thing people address, no player has a divine right to play for the national team. However, he has merited his call up every time he get it. Get him as a coach, he has at no point in time he has not warranted a call up. There's no way I want to play against Lionel Messi. I don't know. Blake Messi. You see, from the day I see Blake keeping our under 20 game, And them time the Carlos Vela spit fire. And me see man a box out shots for Carlos Vela and them thing. I say, no man, that youth are not normal. And this is while he was playing the Costa Cup. And me already see potential. Blake to me, separate on the fact from the fact that we have goalkeepers who have went to the World Cup. He's the best goalkeeper I ever keep for Jamaica. I'm in a response, and say what or not. He's the best goalkeeper we ever put on him jersey and go in at the goal for Jamaica national football team. But there are certain things that you just can't do in terms of if you look like say, oh yes, it is going to be divisive. And nobody, I think I'm not about a boss. Because JFF is not the boss of no national team. You are an administration with responsibility of the Jamaica national team and the development of football within the country. However, you are not the boss of no player. So nobody can come talk about no boss this and boss that. First of all, I don't even like the word boss because boss is a slavery connotation. So from your gone this right now, I don't see where you're there. So me not look past that. And JFF can't drop Blake. The only man who I'm thinking can drop Blake is the coach. Is the coach have to make a decision, say, yo, watch out. Alright, we now use the player. So if me are the coach, that's what I'm saying, coach means if me are the coach and Andre Blake is there. And he wasn't presented in the lineup for me. My query is this: why was a Kevin Stewart who has a broken leg in the 45 that is presented to me, but Andre Blake, who is fit and ready, was not presented to me? And I would have a conversation with Andre Blake and say, I know I've heard utterances in the past. I've not known you for long, but upon me looking at the players and stuff and going over things, I have realized that you are not normally a player who plays in friendly matches. However, going forward, I would like to have accessibility to players for FIFA organized windows. I would have the conversation with the player. If you say you're watching for FIFA organized windows, I would like accessibility to all my players in terms of going forward into our development and for the future campaigns.
Me see a little discussion between Rob Smith and Jason. And Rob Smith has said, I wonder if Andre Blake had a sit-in or a Zoom meeting with these people and him say the same thing, if it would have been the same result. Non-selection. What do you think, Dre?
Things because him come out in the public,
So you think if he had said it behind the curtains, he would have been okay?
I think it's a public because him come out in a public eye and speak up against his employers. It would have looked away them turn around and still maintain his employment. After him said that in public, I make them look bad. And it's not the first time. So, it's a reoccurring circumstance where he keep doing it. I don't think it would have make a difference.
All right, people, we have a special guest on the show. Mr. Speed decided to call. Mr. Speed, welcome.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, man.
So I hear a lot of opinions and all who say we're not a past and a slavery. We use the word loosely, not to mean master, but to mean somebody who in charge of things. So I wouldn't go that far. But I want to just bring back everybody to two situations that players have issues with administrators or issues with coaching and how it was dealt with. So, we talk about the girls, right?
Right.
The girls that are issue, the girls call the president as a president, we have a problem, we want to talk. So, because the girls probably believe, say, they wouldn't be taken seriously, they carry two very important persons in the country and say, come with us when we have to talk to the president.
Mm-hmm.
They came and they said, President, we don't want the coach. The president said, what if we say that? President said, all right, tell me the reasons then why you don't want the coach or what the issues they may have. And let me get it assessed by people who are expert, not me.
Mm-hmm.
People then write them letter, 2-page or 3-page, send it to the technical committee. We say, the technical committee say, well, we don't really see no reason to fire the coach, still based on what the coach explanations work. We talk to the coach. Girls then go back and say, so we think you're wrong.
Hold on, look, I can have a little break up.
By the time they say that, the coach resigned, right? Because they say it never.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, you hear me?
Yeah, man, we're here now.
They went down interview, go 4 coaches, rank them, and show who come first, second, third. The girl them say, say I don't want a second, come second, no one. Give the one that come second, we do the business.
Mm-hmm.
The girl them go do the business, qualify with. Hello? You hear me?
Yeah, Mr. Speed, yeah,
Hello?
chip out a little bit.
Right. Them struggle, them qualify for World Cup, we still struggle to pay them. As a matter of fact, we go pay them all of them money.
Mm-hmm.
And them just go about them business. The next thing I was the chef de mission for the Commonwealth Games. The netball team came, whole heap of issues them have. So my girl, them I think I get paid them amateur. When them come, things are right, some years left for them, all sort of things. They had a meeting between themselves and say, you know what, another to come here for world champion to try to come from. Them say, you know why hear nobody talk none of the things in the camp, no peer positive. As you know, them beat Australia and boy reach the finals and became the world number 2 ranked team in the world.
Mm-hmm.
So they knew that your association do have money. They know that Jamaica are poor as country. I don't know why people think so we're not poor. But you see how they go about and them not a boss, but you see how them go about dignified and achieve things. That's all I wanted to say. So we keep on fighting and things like that is the way out. It's not the way out. Even if I say something that offend you, and I never say nothing, I never think it offend you. But when it come back, it come off that and it offend you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sister you upset. There'll be one call unless you want it to be my enemy. But it can't be more me and you who the JFF and the players like everybody is a part of the success. And nobody can leave what nobody care when nobody say everybody is a part of it. So where's the reconciliation? So we just keep on a fight. Now we're not gonna World Cup. And next World Cup we're not gonna work. Next year we spend $1 more billion. And we're not gonna World Cup again. Come back and spend $1 more billion. We're not gonna World Cup again. Come on. Everybody must have sense at some point in time and realize that make no sense.
So how we plan to solve this, Mr. Speed?
But that is the problem. Everybody are going like say them bad and nobody no want to talk. And it's just a phone call away. That's all I say. But there must also be you have different entities to this conflict. So when it's ever done, brother, first of all, let me explain something to people, whether you like it or not. Mm-hmm. It's just like the government. There's PNP and there's JLP. Yeah. When PNP win, are still a government. You can't do nothing about it. When JLP win, there's nothing you can. What you do? Go war. You go take up your gun and a civil war. So guess what now? The people were elected, right? Fairly and squarely, they had elections. You might not like them, but guess what? Somebody's like them. So who is you? You ever hear about the Maslow law of needs?
Yeah, man.
People start self-actualizing now. People start self-actualizing now. I want to pretend to them are God. That when you start self-actualization. Okay. So you can't change what people put in there. You have to just live with it.
But let
so
me
you
ask,
might not have a boss in charge.
Let me ask you this, Mr. Speed. Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Has anybody, to your knowledge, from the JFF, reach out to Andre Blake after that comment?
I don't know. I don't know. That's not my thing, you know. Me are technical.
I know. That's why I said to your knowledge.
But what I know that it is affecting the technical performance of the team. I believe Jamaica, if we don't fight, we can rank in the top 30. You know? That's why I believe in it.
So, Mr. Speed, the fight you're referring to, is it between the players and the JFF, or what fight you're really referring to?
What do you mean what fight? Come on, don't pretend like you don't see every day there is a fight or something. So look here, we study this in a sports. You know, there's a thing called common enemy. So like a while when near you say, oh, that the person that say, wait, everybody know about the common enemy approach. Hey, it's a stupid approach. It only work for one game. It can't work over a period of time. Anybody who use a common enemy approach every day is an idiot. It can only work for us. So like if you have a play one final, you can focus you them about one a common enemy and you win a game. Right? It's something they teach in sporting school. So or maybe a 2 game it can work for, right? But it can't work for a while. So anybody keep on trying this stupid a common enemy approach. Brother, something wrong with your brain. It can't work for a while because it on a basis, built on preparation and practice and know and how to get past the opposition where you're playing against. So all me I say is that. And even you bloggers, when like the likes, so when kind of say something like I say that the person listen.
No, Mr. Speed, Mr. Speed, hold on, if you have
nobody untouchable,
hold on, Mr. Speed,
nobody untouchable,
nobody is untouchable, Mr. Speed. But I'm saying, if you are going to listen to me now, Mr. Speed, if you are going to repeat what I say, you have to say everything what I say now. You just say me, I say,
every weight I come down pound weight, the 24th.
No, hold on. That me I go ask you that, Mr. Speed.
This other person joined the argument. Stupid is joined the argument.
No, but what I'm saying, Mr. Speed, I am only repeating what the individual said. It seems to me that some pipe are going to break the 24th. So me anticipate I go on.
No pipe now go break.
A cheap tap.
If any pipe break,
a wastewater. Wastewater
pipe. No pipe now. Wastewater pipe. I mean, tell you, see, as me tell you, me just get 2 examples where the thing work out where people have differences, 2 different sports, and then solve them problem and do the business.
So Mr. Speed.
2 examples and 2 Jamaican examples.
Yes, but may I ask the question?
It wasn't the administration who do it, And the 3 of them decide say, oh.
But Mr. Speed, that's why I ask you if anybody reach out to Andre, because if we're going to talk about solving the problem, somebody have to be the bigger person, because Andre Blake said, him say, nah, relent, him nah, take back him talk. So somebody need to reach out to him.
No. Then him not done say nah, take back him talk, so him not saying in a business, so you want somebody gonna beg him. I'm saying.
Not begging, Mr. Speed. No, Mr. Speed, if you're gonna use that title they have begging, then that means you don't want no resolution, man.
And if the man say nah, take no talk, why you want to talk?
Of course, because you are the JFF are gonna be the bigger person.
No, what am I preaching? Reconciliation. That's what I preach. You hear me? Okay. So careful how you try to make it sound like a me now preach.
No, Mr. Speed, me know why you hold on, Mr. Speed. Me know why you misinterpret anything when me are saying. I am saying if anybody from the JFF reach out to the man, you say you don't know. I may say according to your knowledge, you say you don't know. And I'm saying that the man say him now relent if anybody are gonna reach out to him.
I know there's him not relent if anybody reach out to him.
No, I'm saying the man make an expose him not relent. And I'm asking again if anybody willing to reach out to him. Huh?
Yeah, I don't know if he's imposed. So
well, it depend him. Well, yeah, it depend him official Instagram thing, So that goes without saying.
The first one, but look here. Yeah, try. I don't really want to get into tit for tat about those things because you see me. Once me not see anybody have an end game, I have to start wondering about them because everybody must have an end game. So I don't know what is end game. I know what would be my end game if I was doing something like that, right? So it's like Russia did it with two players and what to do now because they're not an end game. Them just running like an idiot.
Yeah.
So the point of me I make is me say, so if everybody wants Jamaica to go World Cup, at this rate we're not going anywhere. So we waste money and waste resources. So guess what now? Somebody have to do something about it, right? And there's different ways to do things about it.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So
the new coach is one of the ways in which we're going about solving the footballing issue going forward.
All right. So when we look at what we used to do before, you have to realize that we tried some coaches with potential, right? And it doesn't work for us over the years, for a whole heap of years. This time we say we're not going with potential. We are going with somebody who's been done that. And we now say we must go, but at least we give ourselves a better chance. There's also going to be other changes in how we operate as a policy.
Yeah.
The gap too wide. So all of the people who carry them kids from high school and want to play for the national team, the gap too wide. Just imagine a Premier League striker being supplied by a schoolboy midfielder with passes. You see problem we always have.
Yeah, that's a disparity.
Just too wide. Yes. I mean, know some people are going to say, but they not even understand what I say. But it's fine. You will explain to them when they call, right?
Yeah.
So the gap is too wide. The other thing is players must take care of their career and then the national team pick them. It's not the national team must make their career. So that is going to be something else again. Don't be at your club, not playing, and then expect the national team to pick you. Find a way to play, and then we pick you. Because this is not a joke. This is not a drill. It's the real thing, and that's how we are going forward with those type of changes in policy.
That sounds good. But here, this part of that policy change, Mr. Speed. If Rudolph Speed played in the game, say a game before, and he played well, but he went back to his club, Cavalier SC, and
there will be exceptions.
There will be exceptions. Okay. I just want to know that because sometimes.
What is the rule?
Right. You know why I asked that question, Mr. Speed? Because sometimes you will say this, and some of the people will run with the wrong idea when the exception to the rule come about, you know.
No, there will be exception to the rule. Yes, there will be exception to the rule, but you can understand if you're 90% there with these, you know, you're in a better position. As it relates to the code of conduct, coach will decide him on code of conduct for the players. So he more have that ability to decide what it is his code of conduct. So if him say, you know, you can do certain things and you do it, then you know.
What question?
Mr. Speed. Him can never deal with it. So that's some other difference.
What?
But as I said before.
So what is the approximate? What is the approximate? What is the approximate range of the remuneration for the coach?
Oh, you don't tell me much money you make a month time. Did you?
No, but if you ask me range, me will tell you. I mean, no, me not ask you how much you might get. Me say range, you know, brother.
We can't pay the money in a year. We get a deal.
So the dentist I give you a deal.
No, it's a project him like. It's not the money.
Okay.
That's all I can tell.
Yeah, I heard that. I heard that. So it argues well for us going forward then. What sort of impact will he have? Is it helping the local coaches? Is it going the length and breadth of the island to develop football, or solely to qualify the team for the World Cup and then we can work with whatever comes after?
That is major. I'm a major and I qualify the team for the World Cup.
Okay.
Yeah.
So him not responsible for no teach, no coach and whatever.
No, man, he'll do that too, but his major is qualified for the World Cup. So if there's any conflict or there's any reason why he might not be doing that job, him focus stuff to switch back to qualify for the World Cup.
Coach.
What on the J? How long will this coach be signed for in the deal? Is it a 2-year deal or a 4-year deal?
Brother, World Cup of 2026. You can't ask this question, man. Give me a better question than that.
No, we have to start from the basic, you know, Mr. Speed. We have to start from the basic.
To the World Cup, brother.
Okay.
The contract detail no make the difference. Because
Okay.
I tell him what the task is. That's how we have focus.
All right. You look at Dre anyway on the panel. I have a question for you. Go ahead, Dre.
One quick question, Mr. Speed. So once,
yeah, man, I have you.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Jay, for winning the title.
Yeah. All right. Big up yourself. All right. So one quick question. So once the squad was announced and finalized before it go out to the public, did you look at the squad and were you notified of the squad before it got released to the public and see the injured players in the squad?
Yes. I didn't know that the players was injured. When the coaches, the 4 coaches was going through, because we had a coach, we have an assistant coach, 2 assistant coach and the TD. They went through the squad, right? The 4 of them. One person was supposed to do the research. Apparently, he missed that the player was injured. But there's no big deal. We have 7 substitutes, and we have 15 more people for our next list. So there's no big deal. We didn't buy any ticket for him. He'll be replaced.
So, Mr. Speed, a pool is created still. Can you say you have other players?
Pool.
Our contracted players.
What happened? No, man, we have nearly 100 players under contract for a long time. What happened is that people are so excited now they hear about the coach and everybody has start write and say, I'm here, you know, I'm in Belgium, I want to play. Everybody starts want to play. So, you know, all of our people is there for big trouble.
What happened to Omar Hutchinson?
I don't know. Look here, if people have this misconception, I don't know those details, you know. I don't interfere with coaches and with them want picking
Mr.
up.
Speed, Mr. Speed, hold on, man.
Yeah.
Listen, you get the ratings and you get the bashing from different set of people. Why? Because you're on the man from we're close to the JFF. Come on. So no matter how people talk bad and how them bash you, them still rate you because you're still a come on contact. Remember me call you earlier, you say you know come on, then you ring and come on. So we respect you for that, Mr. Speed.
Yeah, but
so
when we did them, I couldn't talk.
Yeah, so you are gonna get some of the bashing for the JFF and you get some of the praise because you are the only one at forward and center. So you know how you feel now when we are asking them thing, man.
I don't feel no way now. No, I just said that I don't know those details because personally, I stay far away from it because the perception influencing the decisions. I don't even go to national team training anymore now because I don't even want somebody to see me at the training and say, I wink at the coach. So I don't even go to national team training anymore. I stay far. And the truth is, I know about corporate governance, right? I am the one who recommend for all coaches to be hired and fired. So, I mean, it don't make no sense. They would just turn back and say to me, but now you give me that player, you give me that player. You see where I go? And no coach has been able to say that, whether they like me or not, say that about me since I have this job. I've never, ever tried to influence anything. So I really don't know those individual details. Hear what happened. People send me names and I send it to the coach. Sometimes I don't even look on it. Send me a name, send them good, me send it to the coach and support.
Okay.
And they decide.
So what's your expectation from this coach?
You ask me the next question now with Blake thing. Yes, a coach picked him out and the decision came for us to remove him from the operational side and he was removed.
Okay.
Hold on.
But you tell me.
That's the question. That's the question.
If you were pleased with the coach, the new coach at the hire, you're 100% satisfied that he'll be able to give some change to this Reggae Boy team. Because from what I've heard, Mr. Speed, this man approach is a 4-4-2 and a partly busting like some Chelsea team. I mean, I have 2 Chelsea man on the panel right now.
Man, coach, I can't.
Go with the coach, Mr. Speed.
You know why I laugh at you?
Yeah.
I laugh at you. Because your knowledge in a football, you're a tracksman still, brother. even Manchester City that look set up in a 4-3 or whatever they want. They don't play like that. They play one different formation in them attack and one different formation in them defense. But I don't know if you understand the game.
Mr. Speed. Research was done on the coach, you know. And that come up, you know. So may I ask you that? Tell me, I understand.
Plus this coach, I mean, Jamaica have much better players than that was in Iceland. So that makes it play different when depending on the quality we have.
Okay, so we're not getting a party bus style. Basically.
No, I don't know what I'm going to do. I can't tell him what to do. Him get a job. Simoes used to park in an hour half and him go a World Cup. Who remember what he used to do? Who cares? As long as you get the points, that's what you want. And as long as you go a World Cup, that's what you want.
So like some of the fans were interested in attractive football. That no matter to the team at the JFF. No matter if you get the job done.
It matter to you?
No, it don't matter to me. It don't matter to me.
So,
but you have some, well.
When you go to work, when you reach a World Cup, you can start playing good. Look attractive. As far as this concerned, our aim is to go back. And any means necessary, that's what good players do. Yeah. Any coach do, any means necessary if you go back, that's what they do. And that's the coach I want. Somebody will get points.
Okay.
Not look pretty.
All right, that makes sense. Any question from the comment section? Mr. Speed there, you know, the only man who show up, you know, people. And Mr. Speed, you know, you worry yourself when the people them beat you and when them laud you, because you always just put a foot. You understand?
Them beat Joe Biden, man. Them beat Joe Biden. Them beat everybody.
The question,
no, but we don't want to move no further than that, Mr. Speed. I football, we are discussing the man. No, but when I look on it, you know, Mr. Speed, these conversations come up because the people are tired of the football trending down rather than going up. So you see, well, I know more understand the views and the point of view from the fans' perspective. Fans of football love winning, you know, Mr. Speed, and you know that. Because you carry a side. Huh?
Me not think you know more than me. Let me tell you why you know.
No, me not going to profess me know more than you.
Right. I am aware that we dropped from 42 last year to 62 this year. You know? Mm-hmm. You think I'm not aware of that? That is what pains me out, you know. How much time you hear me say we can top 30 for stop fights? How much time I say that?
Mm-hmm.
So
you said that for true.
All the time. And we need to stop. Because, and so anybody who still perpetuate the war, and I talk about the 24th, brother, me no love no man, you know. I mean country me love. Me no business with your name.
But Mr. Speed, that the social media with that poster from Sidelina Virgin, it invokes some sort of expectation, you know. Are you interested to see what we're going, you know?
Nobody is trembling in a JFF. Nobody's trembling in a JFF. That's what they must know.
Mm-hmm.
I remember, you know.
Yeah.
I think the person who make a post like that without trying to find out what are the underlying currents, just take one side, it's got an unintelligent post. I mean, people can't behave like that. And furthermore, look here, that ambassadorship, you know, and the board decide who keep it.
So, una go dash away?
Me just tell you something where you probably never know. You think of the queen? You think of the queen? You think of royalty?
So if anything go on 24 people, Mr. Speed and him team go.
Let me tell you something, you see. You see the man in there, Michael, it's on a cost.
Mm-hmm.
If some people feel glad to my president, I don't know cost him. If I never him, some radical thing for a long time. Because you have some man, you know, where you know, stay the thick of things.
Yeah.
So me just tell people, you see me come and me tell you, know. So you can go all out, you can go cuss and talk, but you can't say me never tell you.
So what?
Right? Me tell you.
Okay.
Me not tell you what me tell you.
Yeah, man. we hear you, man. We hear you.
I never stammer, you know.
No, we don't say nothing.
Get a rope.
Yeah. So people sound like Mr. Speed. If anything at me 24th that is disparaging, and no one say it look like pink slipper go run. Anyways, Mr. Speed, you see a letter where Paul all drop. What you think about the letter? I know you read it.
Yeah, read it.
Yeah, man, I know you read it, man. You don't have to tell me. I know it.
Oh, no, but I can't comment about it. There's some things when I'm saying it, I don't know if it's true. I would have to ask. So I know about P and I don't know.
But overall, what are your thoughts? I forget about that class.
But no. The finance committee chairman will address it tomorrow. I think he's going to come on the radar somewhere and just.
Okay. But separate and apart from that aspect, what are your thoughts on the letter?
To be honest, I was still see from WhatsApp. I'm not really reading the detail. I kind of get the eye of the points of it. It just, to me, it's unfortunate that him write it. That's all.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, him resign. Didn't he resign?
Yeah, man.
Everybody forgets the man resign. And the president asked him 3 times and him said no, him not taking back. What are we talking about?
Yeah, man. He did send the letter that he resigned.
And did his agent come on the media and tell us that he meted me 3 times at England? Did he? Did anybody remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Did they remember that?
Yeah, man.
So nobody not talking to them. Come on. I mean, me done with it, you know. Right, so me done with it.
Okay. All right. One famous TikTok on these shows, Mr. Speed, is asking, will the JFF do a kickoff galvanizing the public's vision towards 2026?
Yes, but first we're going to unveil the coach on Friday, and then we as you can see, we're in a different mode. We're serious. If you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem. And that mode over there.
Okay, so as the man say radical. So, but a man want you break it down some more, you know. What you mean by radical things if Mr. Ricketts wasn't president?
And Mr. Ricketts, enough time I say, well, don't do that. Make that stay. Don't react to that.
So my peacemaker basically.
Yes, and them for lot him, say all what fight him, and him are the man where a whole straight enough time when certain things happen. And me I tell you say certain things will happen with all right through when people disparage JFF, when people come from media and tell lies about money missing and all them something that, as a matter of fact, when someone will get sued, if me telling of now.
So you say people are get sued?
Someone will get sued on a clean up on a act, on a can't have talk things on a can't prove. And don't believe say, remember to say you're the people who type things in a your thing when I go so are you still
no, but me have no control over that. Me have no control over that, Mr. Speed. This is an open forum.
I publisher.
Eh?
This is an publisher. You don't understand libel laws, man. You're a publisher. You're a publisher, brother. You see, if you go back to and delete them, if you know so they're libelous, you can't use that as an excuse.
So Mr. Speed, so what you're telling me now is that some people, you have some agents who are check out the comments them and I say some people are getting in trouble.
A lie. Yeah, a lie, I got to deal with it. That's one, you know. Because when time I talk, some people, no, because you can't just walk around and talk anything you want to talk about people. You know, wouldn't lie about that boy to you. And you are the publisher, and you collect money, and that's why you get in trouble. If it just on your Facebook, maybe not. But even that time you lie stuff. So.
Anyways, Mr. Speed.
You earn money.
So somebody in the comment section I say you can't frighten nobody on YouTube. I don't frighten you, frighten nobody.
Yeah. Then you know say observer for retract it when them talk about me. You think a joke thing?
So
man, go on.
So hold on, Mr. Speed, hear me now. Would you use the same approach that you take with observer? See, me soon make you ask a question.
Let me tell you something. A 5 year and 1 day the level last final. Nobody nothing have to look on you now. Alright, just remember me.
No, hold on, man. You approach observer and you tell them to retract the statement. You understand?
Lie.
Right. So
yes.
If a man says coaches there say something, will you call me and tell me to retract it, or you gonna just send your lawyer friend them for me?
Me? A two liar living in my house. And I have a friend.
So the man are your friend. So the man are your friend.
No.
But Mr. Speed, Mr. Speed, but you have to remember, you know, law is very tricky too, you know. You might have your liar in your house, and next man have him liar too. So no bees, who can prove things in a court, you know, Mr. Speed, and you know that too.
Look here, I even know say 99.999% of what people say, they now no proof on your show. No proof, you just attack.
Yeah, but
even if them have proof, the person who tell them now go come and court consent. You know, we coward, we just love talk. So behind people.
So yeah. Mr. Speed,
so, you know,
Mr. Speed, let me ask you this again. Is it that you're threatening the YouTubers or you're giving us a word of encouragement?
Encouragement and advice.
Where's the advice? And a threat?
Yeah, free.
Oh.
No, advice. Clean up on the app. Because, you know, and I can't say me no one. No. The person what type, you see through there now, nobody knows who him. He can't say anything.
So hold on. Mr. Speed. What you gonna tell me, Sam? If you turn off my comment section?
No. But
me can't hold on. So that me I tell you. That me I tell you. Even if me say the views expressed. Even if me say the views expressed are not those of coaches this. Oh,
I've never hear you say that.
What? You never hear me say that? Okay. Hold on, Mr. Speed. Hold on. You look on the screen?
No, me not look.
Oh, because me have something where me can put up and make you read. Hold on, that's something there in front. See there? We have everything, man. We have everything, man. Disclaimer. We have a disclaimer, Mr. Speed. Don't get it twisted. But in truth and in fact, hold on, no. In truth and in fact, it might sound like a joke it out, but a serious matters. You see me I say? And I cannot curtail nobody in a comment section. I mean, turn off the comment section. I cannot do that.
But nobody says
you understand? So if the people no, but that is the only way. That is the only way we can stop the people them from talking. Me no control the people them. Ryan no control the people them. None of the vloggers no control the people them.
So, what continue to think like that, man? That's fine. Continue to think like that, yeah.
The man.
Me not frightened.
No, man. Me not so easily frightened, Mr. Speed. You say you have lion.
That's what I say.
You say you have lion in your house, you know. But me not have to tell you where my one there.
The problem is you're crime in a plain sight, you know. Your crime is published and that's the problem.
Mike,
that's so commit a crime and you're right, you know.
So Mr. Speed, are you insinuating that coaches just commit a crime, sir?
If you're liable people, yes, exactly. Yes, you can be liable. Not criminally, but civil. You're liable.
I hear you, Mr. Speed. I hear you.
Man, and look here. One man was found liable for people's reputation, and he had to pay 9 million. So you have an idea what the fee is. I'm just telling you. Anyway, I believe that.
Well, I believe that. Hold on. CC have a question for you before you run off. CC, go ahead.
Yes,
Yes, my question is regards the Blake issue which you touched on briefly, in terms of the coach selected him and
we're not here, CC, you know?
CC, we're not here. Yeah.
No, I say the Blake issue when you say the coach selected him, you hear me?
Hold on. Don't ask it, CC. Hold on, Mr. Speed.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Before you get
yes, I was asking that. Did you state that the coach? Did you say that the coach picked?
Yeah, hear him now?
Yeah, what I'm saying?
Yeah, did you say that the coach
repeat what himself?
All right, tell me a question, CC, let me ask him quickly.
All right, ask him that. Did he state that the coach picked Andre Blake, but he was dropped by operational personnel? I have two questions, and if so, should it not be the coach's decision and if a player is to be dropped?
You hear the question?
So first, Yeah, I know I might repeat the question, but I can answer it plainly first. So the second part of the may I have to answer the first part? Coaches, are you answer?
Well, you don't have to answer the first part. No,
yes.
If it is
the coach picked the team CC include Andre Blake and they took him out.
Yes,
so answer the second part. Answer the second part.
So the second part now is that, you know, this time we have a contract and we have a governance document. We govern the coaches' operation. In that governance document, we can remove any player for breaches of JFF or FIFA rules or any rule that we believe is necessary to remove a player. So it's not so we don't pick nobody, but yes, you can tell a man to stand down based on his behavior, whatever. Yeah.
All right. So you hear you hear CC.
So some hear that, but me say, is it that now the coach can turn around and say, "Oh, you can't judge me on this result because I wanted the best keeper and you took him out based on that. You made that operational decision to take him out of the squad."
Nobody now gonna do that frivolously. I mean, it's a last resort. You don't pretend like it's the first time something like this happened and we just step out the first time. These are things that have been happening over and over. It's probably the proverbial straw that brought the camel back. So nobody is kangaroo to pull it.
No, listen. People are saying Mr. Speed, I'm afraid of you. See? I want to tell the people and say, I am not afraid of Mr. Speed. I have always been talking about the talks that we make on this thing that we have to have proof before Mr. Speed said this. So I don't want nobody come say I'm afraid of Mr. Speed. I mean, I talk when he's on the phone.
Yeah, but them figure liable people and say what I'm to them. So make them still talk about afraid. I'm not afraid. It's a law of the land.
Yeah, remember me did I push say anything when I come with have to come with proof, brother. So I don't want to no talk about me afraid of Mr. Speed. I make sure I talk it before him come off of the phone.
But one more question, Mr.
Nobody
Speed.
afraid of me.
One more question.
Quickly, CC.
Yeah, quickly. This question more ask. Why is it that in terms of the coaching staff, why the coaching staff never dropped before the squad?
You hear that?
Never do what?
Why was it a case that the coach was announced first and then the squad selected? And you know why I think he asked that question, Mr. Speed? To remove the notion that some dabbling is taking place in terms of team selection.
But me just clear it up here. So why you have a notion and me just tell you.
No.
Mr. Speed, that's why I'm asking the question. Why not announce the coach first, then you announce a squad?
Oh, boy, no matter. Brother, you know how long me know the coach? Say coach I come, me never tell anybody. Me know weeks, 3 weeks maybe. I never tell anybody because you have to understand how business operate. You have to understand how business operate. Everybody want them song and dance. The president want him song and dance when him come report and things go already. A business, you want your sponsors come and see good things are going. Sometimes some people say me can't make the date for you, announce him, I want it with that date. All heap of factors when it comes to business.
But then, Mr. Speed, I think the issue that I think we would have is that persons are not finding themselves intimately aligned with the Jamaica football team or even Jamaica football for that matter because of this type of decision in terms of we are not aware or acutely aware of the decisions until after the fact. So it is not like we have the decision at our fingertips.
But why would you look here? So we attack the 4 coach, right? Almost tell us we attack the 4 coach. Sometimes the coach we attack to say, listen, sometimes the coach say, listen, we have a commitment already. So don't tell anybody. I don't want you to tell anybody till me sign the contract. What are we going to do? Before the coach even come, you show say you're irresponsible and you can't keep a secret and you want tattletale. You probably won't even bother come. Sometimes you're down to 2 coaches and you can't even make up your mind who the person is. That's not how business run, man. You know, you have to understand the nuisance of business. You know, just run some.
All right.
So we can't tell you.
Mr. Speed, TikTok is saying man can score 10 goals in a game, and someone on the board think they did something inappropriate, can censor them and drop them. Is that true? Him gone in a space where him can't pick up enough people. It's a reconnect. It is reconnecting. So look like that is the end of Mr. Speed.
Yeah, but coach, me did want what I'm trying to find out is that when if you tell me say Pep Guardiola or coach Jamaica, me no need to see squad to buy a ticket for go watch a match. You understand what I say, coach? Like, but if
it's important to you to see your player where you want to see.
Yeah, no, I say the coach, it's important to me if you know what the coach. So when I hear the coach, I say, all right, this is the progress is being made in a certain direction.
Okay.
So I buy a ticket before I see squad.
Yeah,
because I say, all right, the type of coach we have, me expect to say, yo, we're going to get or see better results. So I say, yo, inadvertently, me become a supporter automatically because of the direction that I'm seeing the organization going in. That is why I'm thinking that I would have thought that they would have announced the coach. But I understand the decision. If you have business negotiations going on and you say, oh, the coach asked to not be revealed as yet, fine. But I just think that when it come like that.
Coach, squeeze in the CFAS question when they get that chance. Why never included in the reserves?
No, he's back. He's back, Jay. Ask the question.
All right, Mr. Speed, you hearing me clearly right now?
Yeah, man. Just ask the question. Me ask if him not here.
All right, so a lot of the fans them across the diaspora asking why hasn't Ronaldo CFAS been included in the reserve list at least?
You know, say wrong first. Yeah.
Remember, Mr. Speed saying no pick a team, so.
You know, what I think will make kind of wonder about you guys, the reporters, every time you notice things like, I wonder if you notice. If you notice their last, maybe 6 or so games, not the ones that the local players alone, right? The diaspora people never notice that there seems to be a ratio where you probably have 4 overseas based players and 7 players always starting on a team, or 3 overseas based players starting on a team, and you start to see a lot less of these overseas based players. So now some people, always start to say, I am the one with the quota system. But if you notice, now in this squad you see like 14 from overseas. And I've always said to you guys that there's no quota system. It's really the best to try to pick it out. But the coach is the one who decides. So I'm putting it back, have you seen coaches that where the theory that I never like overseas based players, even when you have the facts in front of your face where somebody was saying why the overseas based players are coming, which was not me. But then you still attribute that quote to me.
But you know why, Mr. Speed? You know why? You remember the first time you come on the show and you mentioned quota, some people just run with that. All when you did explain, all when you did explain, say it was only for this youth team. People take it and say every team you have.
Yeah. But you notice now that there's like 14 players overseas now. Squad, the girls team probably have about 85% overseas players. Because that's not what we are looking to Jamaica to represent the best players. Now, as I said before, I don't know if the person was listening. So for instance, you have to make your career, then we'll pick you. Don't believe for 1 second say you don't show a little flash, a brilliant. Maybe it happens some other time, but it can like it to come for all the players, they show a little flash or a small flash. So you probably need to build his career over probably another year or another 6 months and, consistent to what he does. Prove him at the real deal. And then have to pick him. Don't be worried about him based on what he's doing. He's going to get worse. But it is like the coach at this particular time. It's the experimenting are going back to. Why would he experiment in first game? The more people when tried and prove.
Okay. Somebody has said, why can't you just leave Jamaica football alone?
That is true. But guess what, person? When I leave it, you'll take it up. We have 2 Premier League teams, 2 the youngest professional team in the world, and we have the second best female team in Jamaica. And in my club we send like about 12 players overseas in the last 3 years to play professionally. So we help our only for youth. I pay about 50 people every month. Why would I leave it? And you are going to take it up, you're not doing anything, you're just talking. That person will
No, I guess they're saying the national team is a speed rather than Jamaica. What do you call it?
Oh, I was invited. I have never asked for a job anywhere. I've never even applied for a job in my professional career. People always ask me to serve and ask me to do things. They ask me to serve on the Olympic movement. They ask me to serve in a world father. I was a volleyball president. The person, nobody asking me. You can only type something on your computer and then you're contributing to the national development. You know? I was 1 match away from qualifying for the beach volleyball tournament, Olympic beach volleyball tournament. And guess what? 2 more people approached me to help them in their organization. I'm doing work with the weightlifting, powerlifting people, and some others. So please, go away.
Yeah. So on a year, Mr. Speed.
Well, yeah.
The man contribute to football more than you were looking on that type. Mr. Speed, that sound like this the man still, you know.
Yeah. The man this week, so why you forget this? When you make the take it, take it back.
We're saying to take it back.
Well,
yeah.
All right, so we can't go around that.
Separate and apart from you, why is it that there's a view that some persons, based on even that some of them would have taken radical measures, they are viewed as if they are bigger than they are viewed as if they are bigger than Jamaica's football by some persons?
Why me? I don't understand.
All right, my thing is this, right? For example, you of yourself, Mr. Speed, I've seen you served on many different committees, Olympic, the volleyball as I stated, and you seem to be a patriotic person who is in it for your country and don't think you're bigger than the country itself. I don't know if anybody thinks that you're bigger than the country. The president himself, in terms of how he handles things, deals with situations based on the fact that he's representing the nation. However, there are persons there that probably would have taken stronger actions, and I want to know why is it that they take it so personal in terms of if it is not effective of their reputation personally, or is it that they have the opinion that they are why people have the opinion of them of being bigger than the nation itself?
I don't know, but I just want to make another point clear. I have never earned $1 from all the work that I do for the federation. So that again is a factor. You don't notice I'm not on the trips going overseas and getting a free trip either. So I just want the person to know that. But you're right, some people, and I don't take things personally. I'm probably the most, if people know me, that talk to me like outsider when they try to attack me, because if you attack me, I'm going to defend myself, so that's what the Constitution can do. So people who know me know that I'm a nice, relaxed person, easy to talk to, very helpful. I help everybody who wants help. And but you're right. Some people take it serious, just like the person who writing all of the, within typing. And I wish people would understand that I'm a solution person and hope that people would see that instead of try to come and run up against me to fight. And I hope everybody will be will be like that, try to find solutions for everything. I'm a solution person.
So people, Mr. Speed is saying enough, stop the fighting. Stop fighting. Make we put hands and heart together and help the football.
Yeah, but then Mr. Speed, if young youths probably some of us.
That I have an academy. Well, I have an academy that I have hundreds of players. School fee, book, a uniform. I have to go to the schools and get my players in a school. When the teacher wants to show them out of school, I have to go to the school to tell them not to. The parents not coming up. So that person who is talking, just shut up your mouth. We don't have a clue what is happening in Jamaica and what we are going through. Not to mention the millions of dollars I spend on people who are not my kids.
No, but Mr. Speed, suppose that individual also does some of those things that you do. You understand? So that person is impacted as well, you know?
No, if they did that, I'm happy for them because we need more.
Okay.
But you notice, I'm not telling them not to live their life, you know. I'm not telling them what to do with their life.
Oh, so you know feel too good when him say you feel leave the football. Cause you know what that you do and help people.
Help people all along. And I'm not about years, like 20 odd years maybe. So people just know of me now, but I've been doing it for 20 odd years. 20 odd years.
So Mr. Speed,
when I carry a kid to Cayman and Mexico and Sweden, is the first kid them ever travel, right? You get sponsorship, then get passport, then get visa, you get them birth paper. Come on. The country is much better off because I'm here. Not because of you with that fighting on it. You know,
Mr. Speed, you know who named TikTok?
Yeah. No.
Step on the payroll.
TikTok a big you up, you know. TikTok say you're a gem. Which one are a gem you be, Mr. Speed?
The one where farm out of diamond.
So a question is coming at you, Mr. Speed.
Mr. Speed,
and I want understanding, Mr. Speed. Hold on, CC. When persons question the JFF and ask some questions, are they being disrespectful or the people really want to know what's going on? Remember, some man might type in a patois and we have the colloquial language that some people speak, which is quite understandable. Is it that we can't question the JFF, some of the things that they do, we can't criticize them? Because when some people might take what you say you try and muzzle the vloggers them, you know. You understand?
No, but you can't go tell people, call people thief and say them have deviant sexual orientation and people say it's okay. It's not okay.
Oh, so
unless you have proof.
Oh, so who you talk, Mr. Speed?
No, but I've seen it in the blogging people. That's my point, you know.
No.
You can't say money missing, you know.
Call name, Mr. Speed. Call name. Call name.
No, I'm just.
So if I'm my name, you call me, so me go clean up that comment section there. Me have to know.
Call nobody. I'm just saying, you understand, because you yourself wouldn't like somebody to be saying those things about you, and it's not true.
Yeah, that's true. Mr. Speed, you see me? And people in the comment section can attest to this. Me always I say, if you don't have no proof, don't say certain things. Me always I say that. I mean I say that because of what you say. Me I said that before you make the comment earlier. Me I reiterate that point. So we know how people can think say. Go ahead.
Yeah, you're afraid of me. So the problem with me I make, you see, I am a media person for 30 odd years, you know. Me is a media person. All I want to make in a life is working for a media company. So I respect the media, right? What I don't respect, but I had a publisher, Oliver Clark, God rest his soul, he's a great man. When people used to write story in the Gleaner and say, this man, like a man child or something, and them a report on what happened, and then them start call the father name. No mama say father don't do nothing. He used to say, why are you doing that? Where the father don't do nothing? Why are you carrying the man name in this thing? Or somebody is alleged to do something and them say, that man let it go thief, robber bank, and then start call the person. And he used to say, no, don't call the person and just say one man Caucasian this age robber bank. Why are you calling the person name and the person not guilty? And I've grown up with that type of respect for people's privacy and people not. You can't say them guilty until you're sure say them guilty or them convicted. And I've grown up with that type of respect. And that is why I'm saying, you know, you have to understand, you have to be civil, you can't just start
so Mr. Speed, if you glean and put out, because I work with the people, I must say, now, and we lawyer up, you know, Mr. Speed. We have a lawyer in the comment section, too, you know. Anyways, somebody is saying, if you glean and publish a post, and there are disparaging comments under the post about Mr. Speed, can you sue the gleaner?
Yes, about. I used to work at Gleaner. I mean, I was the financial control, right? My biggest entry every single year is the outstanding liability case, and we have to go through every single one and look and see how much we have to provide for it to my account to be true, fair, and true. You know. What you saw, Messi, we are observer and the other newspaper, the record, publish the same story, and then the mother school them and we then speak and say we have the most money. So them all look for you now and say you have the most blogger, most what you call it, most subscription and so you. And then you're the next person who have 2,000 for the same thing. That's what they are, you know. These people are smart and go for them things can pay more money all the time. You know, a regular something that.
Okay.
We used to have people set up just to read every article just to make sure that we're not liable nobody. You know? And I just liable people alone, you can't liable companies, you know.
Well, yeah, talk about fresh guy. Hey, when I real sample, if people in the comment section are real sample, CC or Dre did have a question. Run the question quick.
Yeah, I have a question. I ask Mr. Speed say, why to me it seems so difficult if you have younger persons like myself who wants to be involved in the football from a national level or from that type of level.
Right, because all over the world, everybody was involved at a national level, work and work. You can't just, because first of all, people have to know that you have expertise. People have to know that you have competence. You have to prove it somewhere else for somebody to come to you and say. So,
all right, the club level then, Mr. Speed. For example, if you come to Mr. Speed and say, yo, I try to start my career, I'm going to need a bus at Cavaliers.
Oh, so at Cavalier, what happened is that me bust all of my old players. If you look on Cavalier bench, and the people who work with Cavalier are all old players. So if you never play for Cavalier, you have a little problem because I prefer to give one of those guys that play for 20, 15 years, the guy to earn, you know, to work in some capacity there. So you struggle, yes.
Oh, you hear that?
But that don't mean, but that's Cavalier because other clubs, what the people do, if you want to do coaching, you go through the certification process and you employ you. So you're up to it. You employ.
So this probably be a humorous Mr. Speed. The man they must say, since you get so much offer and you are a well sorted off administrator in the land, people must say, how much page your resume have? 53 or 52?
No. You know, so I put all of my resume in a 2 page.
In a 2 page? You don't read 52?
Yeah, I put a picture on it and then, not 2. I put a picture on it something on it and who know beside me. I don't do that. My resume is 2 page. But I told you, I've never applied for a job. I've never applied for a job or a position in a no sporting organization. I'm always up every single time.
I was talking in administrative capacity still, no, Mr. Speed.
Administration, he must talk about Mr. Speed.
No. Look here, you don't apply for no space. Just trust me.
No, not him. Not him.
What do you mean? No, I didn't hear that.
No, I was not saying you applying. I'm saying that administrative capacity for a younger person such as myself.
He must say like CC now. CC is a well-learned individual and he does some sort of ACC. See? So he must say if somebody like him, what option would be there for him to join your Cavalier unit?
Oh, so if he's Cavalier, we have 4 coaches, and the 4 coaches coach every team because it helps us to keep the synchronization right through. So, but what we are lacking in, it would be goalkeeping coach, although we do have one, physical trainer, and analyst, those, and also scouting. If we ever get, those 4 positions is something that Cavalier would gladly want to increase the amount of people that work in those areas. So also, our academy is the best in the country, but again, we'd like also to improve it, but we can't. So those will be the areas.
Okay.
All
right. Gina is saying, Mr. Speed, why can't the federation get some young minds around the federation? Footballing minds that can, assist in, even if you don't want to put them on payroll, but some sort of advisory or from the fans' perspective, so you can get what the fans them must say, and then you know how to implement stuff and make probably changes or adjustment if necessary.
So the first thing to ask the fans and all the people, is that why they don't form themselves in a formal group. And they have been asked why the diaspora don't form themselves in a formal group. Because if they did that, and they'll probably even get voting rights if they are organized like that. But they don't. We can't even form a coaches group. We can't even form a past players group. So, I mean, we talk a lot about pathetic when it comes to being organized and so they talk. Everybody's scattered. So you can't listen to 1,000 people. But suppose you had a group that formed together where the 1,000 people that come together and say, this is what we like to help with. This is what we like to do. It's easier to deal with like that, but you can't talk about it. And that's the problem.
Yeah, all right. Cool. Somebody says, since you have so much knowledge about football, why Cavaliers so average?
So tell the person that Cavaliers is the youngest professional team in the world. Not Jamaica, in the world. I don't know if there's anything average about that. And it's the youngest professional team, and it's challenged for the title every year for the last 5 years. The worst came out third, and we won once. We went to the Gotia Cup as under 17 tackle, beat the 4 people there Alves, we draw DK Haken, we beat also Stone at 6-0. We go to Cayman, we win the title over there, we go to Mexico, same thing. I don't know what you call average. You're average and my average people.
Okay.
We use a 15-year-old to play in the Premier League semi-final, 16-year-old and a 17-year-old. That's what I work about. We're not trying to win anything, we're for development. I don't know what you call average.
All right. So that person will hear clear what you're saying. Okay. All right. Neo is saying, is he benefiting football or merely benefiting from his influential roles? What specific contribution has he made to the national program within 20 years? He has gotten rich, but JA regressed in that time.
I've not earned $1 from football. So tell the person, you see that libelous comment again, you see me tell you. You see me tell you. That is what
Mr. Speed, that is a question, you know.
No. But why is he saying me getting rich out of football? I've not earned 1 cent from football.
So Mr. Speed, how you pay your bills then?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Well, I'm a chartered accountant. What's the matter, you know? I may have businesses. What's the matter, you know?
So the football is just a hobby.
Yes. I mean, football is. I've never earned $1 from football. As a matter of fact, it cost me other money when I earn other places. So let me tell you. So for instance, just the last 2 years alone, let me not even bother go back. Right? Coaching school, club license, tier 2. The Premier League, the new format. All I do is come under my portfolio. I make most of the recommendations and make all of them. Just to tell you, those have nothing to do with Cavalier, right? They're just generally improvement. I mean, I need to go back anymore. But of course, the Cavalier was year 16, and I carry come up Premier League. I mean, and as I just said before, more than a dozen players get contracts overseas. I mean, so a few people can have that.
Okay. Somebody say if one of the business that if you own the car mark down a road.
No, car mark is not included in mine.
Hey, people.
But Mr. Speed, I want to ask a question though.
Ahead,
Mr. Speed, I want to ask a question. In terms of Cavaliers Football Club, if your earning capabilities are your earnings are not my what would I say now? In terms of it's not my business. However, in terms of Cavaliers Football Club, is it that you don't have a percentage of ownership in the club?
I'm the major shareholder in the club.
So question though, if the club generates revenues, so is it not fair enough that you as the major shareholder gets a return on your investment in terms of your shares? However, Cavaliers don't pay a dividend at this present moment in time, or since it has been purchased, since you have purchased your major shares in.
At this time, Cavaliers making a lot today, huge lot. But there's a lot of potential, and that is why the business model that we have is to develop youth and eventually they move on overseas. Now we don't really get a lot of money from them moving on. What we're trying to wait on is a scale on, because most countries, most clubs don't pay money for Jamaican. So it does have a business model for itself. It operates probably one of the cheapest operating costs in the country, but that's our business model. But as I said before, the only thing that football probably do for me is to make me earn less money, because I'm still a lot of time with it when I could be earning other money. But it's something that I love to do. And I love to help kids. I love to help. And I just do it because I'm a nation builder.
But Mr. Speed, in the fact that Cavaliers makes a loss and you're a major shareholder in Cavaliers in terms of ownership, I presume you file your own taxes because you're probably recognized as an entrepreneur business person. I'm not sure. You have companies there?
No, I don't. I don't. No. Cavalier loss don't go anywhere. Cavalier loss is in Cavalier. It's not a part of the taxes. Jamaica tax don't sit up like that. You can't carry losses from one company to another except for farming. And I'm not in farming.
Okay. Question, Mr. Speed. Well, you don't sell players on a regular basis, but when you sell players, you do get income coming in. Isn't that a means? But that doesn't happen on a regular basis. So probably that question is kind of.
I even forget it. So for instance, there was one time, just since you are one on the business, there was one time that I sell something on a regular basis and I had some reserves. So when COVID came, I paid the club, the players in the club for 15 months. We're not getting any revenue, and that basically just evaporate whatever cash I had in the success I had in the business. So, and then when we go to the Champions League the other day, that take out the rest of the future.
Okay. So whatever comes in goes back to the club basically. So you know really.
Definitely.
Okay.
No, I have to put money in there every month.
Okay.
I take out a push of money and the club all that.
So that simply means your other businesses are profitable, Mr. Speed. It is alleged that persons in the JFF owns when clubs. The persons want to know.
What?
When clubs.
I don't know. I never heard that name before.
A strip club, matter. So
no, that's not me.
They want to know if you are one of them who owns club like those.
No.
Okay.
But, I thought when I come here, the person that talk to them, so let me tell you how the people say. It's weird. It's just weird.
But remember, you have diverse people, Mr. Speed. You get questions from varied persons. So you now get the same questions
from
everybody.
And somebody had asked if they are not supposed to question the JFF. Of course, they must question. And as I said before, I work in media, and media is what keeps people honest. So you must question them, but you don't need to be disrespectful, tell lies, and try to drag down the same country where you love. No, it don't work. So because some of the time, you know, when you talk and you come through and you say certain things, and the companies see what you're saying and hear what you're saying, they withhold their sponsorship. How that helps the national team. And you have to, you know, it's a reality. So somebody tell me that nobody know what the bloggers. That's not true. Every respectable company has somebody monitoring social. You know that one day I wanted to do something on a utility company, and no matter how much time I put there, I couldn't get through. And you know, so I just post it on social media, and somebody call me something, and we never have no issue. So that's how they monitor social media. Every respectable company.
But Mr. Speed, just to ask you this, in terms of the JFF, do they really respect the fans out there and their views? And I'm not talking the disparaging comments that sometimes you probably want to latch onto and stay onto, rather than even looking at some of the positive comments.
The JFF monitors social media, and they know what is happening. They monitor it, put it in the board group, so they are aware of what is happening all the time. And nobody wants to be spoken of in a bad light. And we want to do better all the time. But I'm going to leave this one with you. Right? I'll leave it with you.
I want to ask one question before you go from the comment section. Go ahead.
Right. The truth is, anybody can look incompetent when you don't have money. And that is what is plaguing us. A lot of the time, people say the JFF, you know, and in your own life, it must happen to you at some time where you can afford certain things. And you're just looking incompetent, but you're not becoming incompetent. You can afford it, and that's clear.
You're right about that. So with that said, you see, because JFF have money now, Mr. Speed, from the Adidas deal. Listen, when I got under more scrutiny, then you know, remember you made that statement, Mr. Speed. So when the fire start blaze, you know, when you run go hide, you know.
Which statement?
You say when people don't have money, they tend to be incompetent or seem incompetent.
Anybody can look. Yeah.
Right. So I'm not saying nothing different way I said. So now we don't have money. 2023, the check probably are rolling our the Saturday morning, if I the Sunday, the money are rolling at the account. So you know,
the Adidas deal is not as big as the thing. So you just tell you that. It's not as big as some people.
Is that a ploy for us not to say anything, Mr. Speed?
No, you must always say, I'm a media person. I'll never fight into a media person.
Okay.
I work in media for 30 years. Right? Most of this, so you must keep us honest. That's what the media is about.
Okay.
But you must protect too. But where all of your bloggers them are there, I try to dictatorship. David, come out. Yes or no? You are killing us. Come out. You must come out and go away.
No. Mr. Speed, man, you become liable, son. Nobody never said them are kill nobody. Careful.
Mr. Speed, that's so
People voted them in. You have to respect that. Or you want to get a plate and come run against the people in there. That's what we do. That's what we do in Jamaica and the Western world. You vote out people.
No, you see when the voting thing increase, probably some people are gonna show interest. It can't run by 7 parish federation. Me no agree with that, Mr. Speed. But anyways, you say you want to go.
I don't know change already, man.
It changed?
That changed already, you know. 57 people are voting for it.
Who are those 57 people?
Yeah, you know who them.
No, man. So, Mr. Speed, no behave like you. Me not ask a good question, man. Yeah, is it referee, coaches, administrator or whatever.
Everybody, yes.
Yeah, that may ask, Bridget.
Parade.
Nobody go like say, I don't know me ask.
Yeah, professional football, all of them have.
Okay. That more your answer, man, and stop going like me not ask a good question.
No, I think you mean the individual.
No, man. Mr. Speed, you see, interpretation can lead you astray, you know. Anyways, question from TikTok. Mr. Speed, Ryan said a lot of JFF coaches are impregnating young girls. Are you aware of that?
I hear, as far as I know, one I know.
You know of one case? Or one coach?
Yeah, but the person, but one coach, that person not going, the girl not going to school. She used to go to school, she not going to school. When that means she not going to school.
Oh, so it was the age of consent.
The person was out.
Okay.
I don't know where.
Okay. All right.
So the person used to go to the school, but then the person was out. So the relationship might even have started before, but I don't know. But I'm just saying the pregnant one that I know is after the first stage.
Okay. All right.
I think if a young lady is at 16 years and older, I think I don't know about the risk something the business if one man and a woman engage in activities outside
16-year-old.
Then the law do it. It's not me, you know. You would have not want.
Listen, CC, me no support that law. I think everything in the law me agree with. 16-year-old a baby virgin. Nobody can't tell me no.
Me not support the law. Me not support the law, but if a man don't break the law.
You support both man and woman. 16-year-old a pitney virgin.
Listen, I don't support the law.
Somewhere up in America.
Hey, I said to no one set up Mr. Speed in about me for ask him who are top 3 favorite bloggers. I said to no one set up man.
My top 3 favorite blogger.
Yeah.
Like a blogger them with fear and balance. I'm not gonna tell you too about me.
Notice to show them that Mr. Speed comes on regularly.
No, man, Mr. Speed no come on for my show regularly, so me can't be one of your favorite. From Mr. Speed, come on. Years ago, Mr. Speed, no, come back for my show. So I mean, I know what wind blew him over here, but Mr. Speed, big up. Listen, Mr. Speed.
No, but Mr. Speed, what question though? Why is it that you do more media appearances in terms of social media, YouTube space than the media officer? That is a question that is asked by the commenters.
You hear the question, Mr. Speed?
Press officer.
No, repeat it.
He said, why are you the only accessible person from the JFF?
I don't know.
Why they are people afraid? Is it that they're afraid of the comments? So, Mr. Speed, you can't tell them to come on and we turn off the comment section and then come on, you know, if they're afraid, you know. Or they ignore the comment section. Because sometimes some people ask some decent question in the comment. We can't turn off the comment section, really.
No, I think you should turn it off. When I tell you, say, I have to delete the one in my live, I tell you, I never tell you to turn it off. But I don't know why they don't want to come on. But I don't have anything to hide. I am just plain, speak from my heart, tell you what I think. You might not like what I think, but guess what? I might not like what you think either, so what? But that is why the world is so exciting. Everybody different. And we come together and make the world.
But Mr. Speed,
so I am not afraid to ask any question. I'm going to answer you.
Mr. Speed, you see me now as a critical thinker. You see when you said a comment that while ago, my mind gone all over the place, you know. When you say you now have nothing to hide, you know, are you insinuating that others have things to hide?
That's what I guess.
I don't know. I'm sure.
So you can't say that. You can't make them comment there when me are listening, you know. Cause my mind I got
everybody have secret. No, but you have secret. You're not a secret. Everybody have secret. You're not a secret.
Of course,
everybody.
No. But you try put a spin pan in now with a little smart self. That you try though.
No, but all the call of them and the blog of them. Hey, all of some of your call and type of them. They, if you ever know, keep them secrets. You stay there.
Me no want. Well, me no want. We don't want to know them secrets still.
Yeah, so Mr. Speed, question though.
Somebody said others have went clubs to hide. But Mr. Speed, was there a vote to amend the bylaws? And was it passed?
Passed by the board, gone to FIFA.
Okay. Hey, Mr. Speed, you have to be careful how you speak around me. Me listen keenly, you know. So you can't make them come in there and think.
But me not really care. Look here, as me said, nobody can fire me now. Me not work for nobody can fire me.
So what you ask Mr. Speed? Are you going to leave when you feel like to leave? Are you going to leave when you feel like to leave?
No, they can't tell me to leave, but who cares? Me just buy and go do something else. You see the day me walk out of Cassava, by the next week, volleyball company and say, come to the president. Just like give you an idea. I don't need nothing. I don't need anything.
So you in a sense, you're saying you're well sorted after. Yeah, man.
Yes.
When CC grew up, he want to be like you. That's why I want to start from now, you know. But CC, watch it 16 there, you know. In phone disconnect again. To reconnect. The replacement of the injured persons are in the
reserve. In the reserve, and then him also said there's 15 other players on standby also.
Plus the other people who would have something there. You know what I mean? So anyways, we go over the allotted time, but it was a good look at discussion. We still have to do our job. We still have to do our job to keep the JFF on their toes. So we still, and that's why I say with the new coach coming in and the funds, even though it's not enough, it's supposed to be better than what they were getting or they had. So we are gonna raise Kane if we see certain follies still go on. You understand?
Remember, coach. Yeah. I won't say nothing. Speed a businessman and me an entrepreneur. I'm not going to come and just not say anything willy-nilly. I don't know, at the end of the day, I might want to business too. So irrespective of what people are saying. Right now, I'm tell them now, see how Dre, my boss, that over upon the cross the waters. So one Dre business to the view.
CC, I'm going to like him as a Mowgli, but CC, watch it 16. Anyways, people, big up for yourself. Jay, anyway, any final thoughts?
No, man, coach. So now we learned a couple things tonight. We learned about when club tonight.
Yeah. My word that.
But Speed come and take some shots to, you know.
Say that again, Jay.
Mr. Speed come, throw some shades and take a couple shots. So.
Yeah, man.
And him clear up some things. So I must say there was 4 coaches in the selection meeting, and then them dropped the ball by selecting a player that's injured because one of them was supposed to do that research. And then they did the research. So you know, not a good look right there. But him say 7 reserve plus another 15 on standby to get a 45 player pool that they had from the beginning. And in go around Cephas question I'm asking, say Cephas have to earn fame spot. Another 3 months, 6 months, a year, but you know, I guess so if I put in them time, no matter how much I bag the goals, them and think from it.
So now we know Jack Blake, it was a decision by the higher ups.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, man. So yeah, man, people, big up on yourself. Thanks for tuning in, people.
Coach, clarify that, you know. Me never say me.
Hey, agree with you. We not gonna so You are 16, CC. We're not going there.
No. Coach, look on the beard, coach.
No, you're a 16-year-old, man. What you talking about? And you say it, you know. And you say it, brother. Anyways, we'll end the show, people. Thanks very much for tuning in. Appreciate you being here. It was a good little talk. We get some information. Some shades were thrown at us. Some encouragement was given to us as vloggers. You know what I mean? So, John wants to start. We have to do one video upon that, and you know, the people them know say we need for careful how we go on with the thing, you know. Anyways,
in the comments section.
Listen, people. Me as a youth, I do my research from day one. You understand? Me not gonna tell you what my research what tell me, you know. But my research tell me long time. Say we have to be very careful or we talk on these platforms. And that's why me always I say prove it. No, so people would have like Island Carter say me afraid on them thing there. How long now me I say them thing? Come and do my research already, youth. You see me I say? But anyways, Mr. Speed no say we're not afraid. And we will continue to do the job to keep the JFF in check. You understand? And the new coach, if he might play checkers or chess, we're going to know. You understand? So until next time, people, stay safe. Peace out.
Your style and your flavor make the city rock. They must say the season come out with a bang. Coach Minzy, best round here. Remember that.